What's going on out there in the land of YouTube? What's going on, everybody? How is everybody? Good to see everybody tonight. What's going on with you? How are you? Got a couple things going on right now. It's Tuesday, August 8th, 2023. Welcome, everybody, to another rendition of Delete Laws. My name is ChilleDeCastro. I'm a constitutional law scholar. I am autodidactic. I learned 90% of what I know about the law completely on my own by researching, watching online professors, studying case law to levels that should have been for law school. I've read so many Supreme Court cases, it's unbelievable. I did a deep dive study on Ruth Bader Ginsburg, Anthony Scalia, the Warren Court. I've studied multiple Supreme Court justices, multiple Supreme Court personnel. Supreme Court justices is kind of a strange name. So anyway, welcome to Delete Laws. Thank you guys for coming. I appreciate it. If you guys do me a favor, if you would, just real quick, hit the like button. Just take your finger. It's right down here at the bottom. It's this thumbs up thing. It looks like this. You'll probably hear me say this 4 or 5 times during this live cast. Hit the like button. Hit the thumbs up button. Just tap it. Just take your finger and tap, tap, tappy. Tap on that like button if you would, please. How is everybody? Colin won't be with us tonight. Colin is Delete Laws Clips. What's going on? Cecile, Michael Dolan. I can't see. Lights are in my face and my glasses are not on. Lenny, what's going on? Miss. And then if you guys would please, you guys are already ahead of me. So many of you guys are already doing it. So Bo, thank you. Michelle, thank you. Miss, thank you. Chevy, thank you. Type in the comment section OTVO, which stands for Overturn Terry versus Ohio. Overturn Terry versus Ohio. If you don't know, Terry is a 1968 Supreme Court case where we get the term reasonable articulable suspicion. Reasonable articulable suspicion is a construct of institutional racism. Now, if you're white and you hate hearing that things are racist, not everything is racist. The Supreme Court throughout the history of time has been fundamentally racist. The laws created in our country were primarily created for blacks and big business. Marijuana is illegal with a combination of both to make sure that we prejudice Mexicans and at the same time we benefit big business. And that would have been William Randolph Hearst, who worked with Harry Anslinger to make sure marijuana would be illegal with the 1937 Marijuana Tax Act, which was pushed through by Andrew Mellon, who was the Secretary of Treasury in 1937. He pushes that through in the first quarter of 1937. Andrew Mellon will die in the third quarter of 1937. So maybe you've heard of the Mellon Foundation. Has anybody ever heard of that before? Andrew Mellon Foundation. Anybody ever heard of that before? If you've never heard of the Andrew Mellon Foundation, it is still a predominantly, how do I say this? It appears as though that the Mellon Foundation has some racial tendencies in it still, just from the things that they fund and the things that they're into. Ansel Adams is a new member. Thank you for joining, Ansel. I appreciate it. Greg, what's going on? Greg, Bruce, how is everybody? What is going on? What's going on out there? What are you guys doing? So I want to show you guys something, and I'm going to talk about this a little bit. And there's a couple things I want to talk about today. So let me open up my phone so I can see the comments, because sometimes on StreamYard, it's a little bit funky for me to be able to see what is going on StreamYard. There, that is. Okay, cool. I can see your comments. Nene. Watch me twist. Watch me Nene. What is it? Dip Nene. What was it? How's that song go? Denny, what is going on? How is everybody? Ryan, how are you? Reprehensible Reptile, I saw you in the comments today. Good to see you, my friend. Butch the Original. James, what is going on? Kinetic Customs and Racing. Mikey B, what is going on? Kevin Gordon. Edwin, what is going on? Ralph Fernando. I'm just reading a few names here. Sean, Jeffrey, what is going on? Gloria, Work Pete, how are you? Eyes wide open. Watch me dip. Watch me Nene. Watch me dip. Watch me Nene. So there's a couple things I'm going to cover here, and I'm going to do these in a specific order. So the first thing that I want to share with you guys, so what are we, 5 minutes in? Did everybody hit the like button, and did you type OTVO in the comment section? Doesn't matter if you're watching this next week, next month, or next year. I need you to put OTVO in the comment section. That lets me know that you're one of those people that understands that overturning Terry versus Ohio is it is the fundamental linchpin of tyranny. So many Supreme Court cases stem from Terry versus Ohio that we have got to get rid of it. Terry has got to go. It has got to go. Terry allows cops to walk up to you and say, I'm suspicious of you. And once they're suspicious of you, they can detain you, which is an unreasonable seizure. As you know, the Fourth Amendment is the right of the people to be secure in their person, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures, and no warrant shall issue but upon probable cause, supported by oath or affirmation, particularly describing the place or persons to be searched or seized. So that is your Fourth Amendment right. So you have to know it like you know it, like you know it. Okay, cool. So we got a couple hundred people here. Let's jump right into this. So yesterday, I'm not sure if you guys saw this or not. Yesterday, the Washington Post, they put out an article where they covered First Amendment audit. They covered First Amendment auditors. And so I saw the article come out, and let's take a look at that real fast. Let me see what you guys can see. Okay, cool. OTVO. Gay, OTVO. Brian, OTVO. Put it in there. Type in the chats. Fernando, OTVO. Bronco Nation. What is going on, Utah Cop Watch? OTVO. What is going on, Utah Cop Watch? Good to see you, brother. Okay. King Charles is here as well. Good to see you, King Charles. Good to see everybody today. So let's take a look at this. What this says right here is Cop Watchers. And I'm going to open this big. You guys don't need to see me as I explain this. OTVO, Michael Dolan. OTVO, my friend Roger Lane. OTVO, overturn Terry versus Ohio. So right here, it says Cop Watchers are now YouTube celebrities. They've changed how police work. So there's a video here, and I think we should, it's 3 minutes and 52 seconds. I feel like we should watch a couple minutes of this. Let's check it.
He's already getting the tape. Hilarious. Yeah, establish your crime scene.
So just so you guys know, Christopher Ruff on YouTube is Direct D. So Christopher Ruff, the gentleman they're covering in this Washington Post article, they also cover a few other people. That's why I'm going to go into this other people second. But Christopher Ruff is Direct D.
Fat boy, and then we'll do whatever you want.
YouTube has brought about this new generation of cop watchers.
I'm telling you right now, you're interfering with our crime scene.
Some of them call themselves First Amendment auditors.
Come on. Here, hold this. Come on. Come arrest me.
Be sort of a fly on the wall and bear witness and hold the police accountable.
Right here.
Which one? This one right here or this one?
The story is about a new and very online generation of cop watchers who engage with members of the public and also public servants and mainly police officers, sometimes antagonistic ways in order to sort of flex their First Amendment freedoms.
You're going to be viral. Thank you.
The first organization that was dedicated specifically to cop watching, many people believe, is Berkeley Cop Watch in
I don't agree with that.
California. That organization was...
It may have been the first organization that was called Cop Watch, but there was a guy named Carlos Miller who started Photography is Not a Crime.
Dedicated to being a witness to police interactions in Berkeley.
Oh, he watches my videos.
So you'll see a lot of modern cop watchers and some of the most popular auditors and cop watchers on YouTube filming in ways that many people consider intrusive.
Bye, princess.
Am I being detained? Yes, you are. For what crime?
So the Badassau is Philip Turner, who famously has the 2017 case, Turner versus Driver.
I didn't say you committed a crime, but I have the legal right to detain you for further investigation.
And why does he have the legal right to detain him for further investigation? Because of Terry versus Ohio in 1968.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't. Hey, get off of me. Get off of me.
And then the conversation with that officer, the back and forth, is
the only time Long Island Audit has ever gone live, because he can't go live, is when he knew he was just going to walk in and get arrested.
Is sort of the draw of the video and the genre.
Staring at me like you're going to do something.
One of the more controversial auditors online is Christopher Ruff. He describes himself as a citizen
That's Direct D.
journalist, and his focus is on impoverished communities where he believes gentrification is happening at a rapid rate, and the police are the tip of the spear of that effort. Christopher Ruff goes out at night, often with an entourage of folks, looking for police interactions. And he films them from up close until the police tell him to move back. And that almost always creates a conflict between him and the officers.
I thought the Washington Post reporter put it in good context here. He films them up close, which almost always causes a conflict with the officer. But what did the cops say to us for years? Terry versus Ohio is fine. We can stop you, detain you, and question you. If you're not doing anything wrong, then you have nothing to fear. Well, we can now apply that same rationale to these dirty, filthy, nasty pigs. If you don't have anything to fear, then why do you care if a camera is right next? If you're wearing a body camera, then the only thing you're afraid of is the person holding the camera. So you'd have to be a pretty desperate person to want to do something as you're holding a camera.
So why are we doing it? Because it's obvious that the police do not know how to do their job correctly. It's outlined in policies, procedures, and law very specifically over the course of over 100 years we've been doing this.
Let's roll.
Well, it's longer than that. Since 1704, the South Carolina slave catchers were created. That was the first official police in America.
Christopher and his ilk inspired legislation last year in Arizona that sought to create a concrete distance from which folks could film police.
New state law now makes it illegal to record an officer within 8 feet.
The Reporters Committee for the Free Press sued, and the state's attorney declined to defend the constitutionality of that law. So it is not being enforced in Arizona at this time.
Right.
But there are a number of states that have written up similar legislation, some of which has passed, some of which is in debate right now, that seek to do many of the same things legislators were trying to do in Arizona.
I just told you I want
8 feet is not okay. 8 feet is too far away. You can put 2 cops between the auditor and the camera, and then you can't watch them beat, rape, kill people. And we need to be able to walk right up on them.
in there to ask for a PIO officer or a public information officer.
I think understanding this new generation of cop watchers and First Amendment auditors gives us a window into how the American public's relationship has changed with policing.
We no longer trust police. The latest Gallup poll was 52% of people distrust police.
Years since George Floyd was killed, and really in the digital age where we've seen this explosion of video that depicts what a police officer's job is like.
No. I'm sorry. Let me go back a couple of steps and listen to what he said again.
We've seen this explosion of video that depicts what a police officer's job is like.
No. So this is the part where I'm going to disagree with this reporter. We haven't got to see what the police officer's job is like. What we've got to see is that we live in a despotism state, that we live in a state of absolute tyranny, that this is not rule of law, that these cops are doing whatever the heck they want. And it's based on nothing other than them having all of the power autonomously given to them. The Supreme Court throughout the last 200 years has given our rights to the police. So we don't get to see what the police officer's life is like. We get to see up close and personal how these cops are lying, cheating, stealing, raping, killing, persecuting, prosecuting people in the streets. We saw that in my stop in Las Vegas that was called Intimidation Check. When I went to go film the coppers who had pulled someone over, they were patting these guys down as though they were trying to rip through their skin with their hands. And I was like, what's going on? And the supervising officer was there. He was like, you don't know what happened here, do you? And I said, I don't know what happened here. And then as soon as the stop ended, I went over and interviewed the guys, and they said that the cops claimed that they made an illegal left-hand turn, and they attacked them like savage dogs. So this is the part where I disagree with the reporter. We don't get to see what the cop's life is like. We get to see what it's like to be an American. We get to see that these cops, and this is what I'm showing, and I think I don't know if a lot of other auditors are showing what I'm showing. I hope that some are. But what I point out a lot is that these filthy, nasty pigs are hiding on the side of the road. That's not their job. That's not the intention of police in America. The intention of police is to uphold our rights, to uphold us. So that's the part where the reporter just kind of gets caught in his own words, I guess you would say, but he's not correct. Okay, so now let's democracy dies in the darkness, which is 100% true. So let's get into this a little bit. Gilbert, Arizona, shortly after a police cruiser stopped a sedan recently on a night, a black masked man in an SUV rushed over to record the encounter. As a woman in the passenger seat handed her identification, see right here, as a woman in the passenger seat, you do not give your ID to pigs if you're the passenger. Handed her identification to a uniformed cop, Direct D jumped in to advise her of her constitutional rights, holding a camera up to record the scene. Did he make it seem like you had to, or did he just ask? Direct D asked. In the future, you don't got to tell them anything about who you are. Soon, a cop approached and told Direct D to get back and threatened him with arrest. By the end of the night, Direct D had recorded a half a dozen interactions between cops and citizens. Some of these he posted on YouTube. Later that night, he encountered the same cop and unloaded a barrage of profane insults. It was a typical Friday night for the 33-year-old, part of his personal crusade to stop what he sees overstepping, oath-breaking cops. His encounter with police have been viewed more than 65 million times. With varying degrees of antagonism and legal expertise, the online movement known as cop watching or First Amendment auditing has swelled in popularity in the recent years, capturing the imagination of millions of Americans who are examining their relationship with policing after George Floyd's murder at the hands of Minneapolis police in 2020. Cop watchers and auditors say they're waking up an over-policed nation to its plight. They're forcing police and government agencies to train their workers to respect the First Amendment rights and willing to risk arrest in the process. A few are also cashing in. Experts say most of the popular auditing channels can generate $150,000 a month through ads and subscriptions on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok. Individual auditors can earn tens of thousands of dollars a month. Okay, let me jump into the article real quick. False. False. Not true. I'm not making $150,000 a month or even remotely close. If we make 10 grand over here between Colin and I, and then we donate out a bunch of money and we help a bunch of people, by the time we've cleared billing, we've made 2 or 3 grand a piece. You know, like my bills are almost 5. I barely make it. So I don't know what this article is talking about. Now, I've had some good months where I make like 10 or 15 grand, and that's amazing. But that's only because of y'all. Because I wake up one day and 4 people have sent me $100 in a day, and holy smokes, I made $400 today from people donating to me. But you don't make 100. So and then I'm going to keep reading the article because there's more to cover here, and I'm going to get into really detail on some of these things that this guy said. So you don't earn that much money, but there's some good money in it. The reason we get pulled over and we get arrested is we're trying to show people that it's not okay to just let them get away with it because it's going to affect the next person, Direct D said, if they think it's going to be okay because they're allowed to do it. But such encounters also have sparked a backlash. Several states have passed laws or taken steps to limit opportunities to record police interactions, restrictions that have affected reporting by news organizations. Some cops accuse cop watchers of selectively editing video, misinforming citizens, inspiring vitriol towards police, escalating tensions during police interactions with civilians, and endangering officers and civilians. Okay, so that's all not true. And if in any state they've passed a law or an ordinance, let me know if they are limiting you in any state, and I will come there and I will break that law. And I will go to jail and I will sue those cops. That's a fact. If they in any way, shape, or form have passed an ordinance or a statute to try to limit your interaction with filming cops in their official capacity, you send me an email. I will go to that state and I will break that ordinance. I will break the backs of this disgusting fraternal order of police. I will never stop because we don't stop. That's an outright lie. And if there's states that are passing laws or creating restrictions, then we have to break the state government. And that means you have to go into politics, not just me. I'm going into politics, but you have to go into politics too. So it says last year, a Mesa judge ordered Direct D to stop filming Mesa police. In July, Gilbert police issued a memo describing Direct D as a potential threat to law enforcement. The department declined to interview. That's an absolute lie. I don't like Direct D. We're not friends. We don't do it the same at all. I could say a million things how I don't like the guy. It doesn't matter. Direct D is right. He's correct. He has every right to film these disgusting, nasty pigs. And the judge that sentenced him where he couldn't film police for 3 years in the city of Mesa, I hope he challenges that. I hope that he has the opportunity to sue that judge and to go after that judge for passing unconstitutional rulings on him. It's just total and complete crap. Absolute and total garbage. Auditor videos have led to disciplinary actions for hundreds of officers across the country. I've gotten a couple fired myself, and a handful of cops have lost their jobs. More than a handful, lots. The interactions resulting in legal fights have found their way to federal appeals courts, which affirm the right of citizens to film police as the result of a lawsuit based by a Texas-based auditor. Sean Tyndall, the commissioner of the Mississippi Department of Public Safety, recently met with the staff to discuss several videos alleging police misconduct, posted since last year by a Facebook watchdog group inspired and amplified by the auditor movement. 20 years ago, Tyndall said, similar complaints from citizens might not have been taken seriously. They're taken seriously today because of the camera. Without the camera, I'm thankful for some of these cases because it allows us to light the do's and don'ts. To light the do's and don'ts? Dumb shit cop. At the same time, he worries the videos have poisoned police interactions with members of the public who got their law degree on Facebook. Viral online confrontations between auditors and police officers also make it difficult for agencies to attract recruits. I think a lot of folks watch these videos and say, I don't want to put myself in that situation. To all the pigs watching, we're showing what you do. We're showing what you signed up for. You signed up for that Death Star. You signed up to an evil organization saying, I just want to help people. When I ask you filthy pigs, list who you've helped the most. They just can't. So here's a little gimme for all the other auditors who watch my channel. When a cop says to you, you say, hey, why are you doing this? Why did you sign up to do this? And they say, I signed up to help people. Then to ask them, who have you helped the most? There must be a line of people who would say, oh, Copper Johnson has helped me so much. But no, when I ask the cops who they've helped the most, they don't have an answer because they don't help anybody. They're helping themselves to a $10,000 a month paycheck. They're helping themselves to getting out of income taxes in some states. They're helping themselves to being immune from being prosecuted of laws. They are sovereign citizens. You cops, if you want to know why people hate you, it's because of what you do, not because we film you. We're filming you in what you do. It doesn't poison the well for new recruits. Anybody who watches YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, you can see right away, I would never sign up to do that. I would never sign up to put people in torture cuffs. I couldn't even imagine it. As soon as someone tells me, like, I'm a wrestler, I wrestled my entire life. When I would hold people down, because that's what you do in wrestling, and they would say, oh, come on, man, let me up. I would let them up. Yeah, I couldn't even imagine being a pig. And there's no shortage of videos. Police agencies are desperate to hire, but they say few want the job. Yeah, it's an authoritarian garbage job. Why would I ever sign up to this? Nebraska-based auditor Floyd Wallace, also known as News Now Omaha, who we bailed out of jail yesterday, recently posted a recording taken outside a sheriff's department in Jacksonville, Texas, in which police officers stop him and pat him down, and he's told, quit running your dumb mouth before they let him go. Once the recording went viral, the police department received hundreds of phone calls and emails, some of them threatening, which overloaded the communication apparatus that also fields 911 calls. Police Chief Joe Williams told the Washington Post. The officers' actions were lawful, he added, but some of what they said to Wallace may have violated department policy. Okay, so what they did was lawful according to the unconstitutional Terry versus Ohio. They detained, I'm going to show that video in a second. They detained Floyd Wallace, News Now Omaha, based on suspicion of nothing. No singular articulable fact of crime. They detained Floyd Wallace, grabbed him, put their hands all over him, felt him up because they were just suspicious of a guy with cameras, a body cam on, a camera here. Are you cops just inherently stupid? When you guys mate, when you pigs mate and you have little piglets, do you just get the dumbest pig to mate with? You have a dumb pig kid? Like, how stupid are you pigs? Really? I mean, I hate to say it. How freaking stupid. I mean, and let me show you this. And a recent viral video, let me go back to the thing. Jacksonville, Texas. So let me just help you out here. When Floyd Wallace, I'm going to show the video in a second. When Floyd Wallace was in Jacksonville, Texas, he was just out filming. The cops surrounded him and grabbed him. And he said, "You're detaining me. You're supposed to have reasonable articulable suspicion." Terry versus Ohio, 1968, which is unconstitutional on its face. But it was pushed through by a racist Supreme Court, the Warren Court. And then what did they do? They said the cops can grab you. So it's unconstitutional for cops to grab you. I read the Fourth Amendment earlier to you. I said it out loud. The right of the people to be secure in their person, houses, and papers effects against unreasonable searches and seizures. You can't just grab someone and say, "You're detained because I'm suspicious of you." That's an unreasonable seizure. And then they searched him, which was an unreasonable search. Terry versus Ohio is the linchpin of tyranny in our United States of America, and it's got to go. The actions officers were lawful according to Terry. When you encounter someone with a GoPro on their chest, you need to realize something's up, Williams said. We took the bait. It's demoralizing. It's a gut punch. I think we all have a sense of embarrassment. Good. Because I hope you pigs are so embarrassed you quit being a pig. It takes a person to sign up to do that piggy job. If you're a pig, retire now. I will not give you respect in person. I will destroy you with my knowledge. I will break you down to zero right in front of me. I will watch you burn right in front of me as I'm lambasting you with knowledge that you don't know because you're a stupid pig. Sorry, I have no respect for cops. Zero. I'm talking none. I think they're freaking pigs. I know they're pigs. I know for a fact they're pigs. I don't respect any of them, not a single one of them. They're all in it together, and you're not on their team. Tactical decisions. Some auditors record police traffic stop patrols or arrests. Others videotape from inside police stations, lobbies, post offices, and city halls, or from public areas outside military bases, prisons, and private businesses. Sean Paul Reyes, arguably YouTube's most popular auditor. No. Sean Paul Reyes, you are a beta male. You are an armed robber who put 3 years in prison. Sean Paul Reyes went on a troll channel to call me a grifter when all I do is help people and give away my trifold in the thousands every month. Sean Paul Reyes is not the most popular auditor. He's from the biggest metropolis, but he's not the most popular and he's not the smartest and he's a coward. He can't go live. Sean Paul Reyes, Long Island Audits, when you're ready to apologize for calling me a grifter, until then, bro, you and I are not cool. I think you're a chump, dude. I back up what you're doing, but I think you're a chump. You went on a troll channel to sit there for 40 minutes to call me a grifter. How many people do you give free products to? How many people do you help? Sean Paul Reyes is not the most popular. Sean Paul Reyes can't go live ever. He can't do it because you'll see what a coward he actually is. Sorry, Sean, you're a coward, bro. And Sean Paul Reyes put a gun to someone's head. He put a knife to someone's head. I don't know what he did exactly. He got arrested for armed robbery and did 3 years in prison. I'm glad you turned your life around, Sean, but you're not going to call me names and have me just go, "Oh, yay for Sean Paul Reyes." I think you're a chump, bro. I think you're a chump. I'm glad what you're doing. I back you up. I back up freedom. But Sean Paul Reyes is not the most popular auditor. Sean Paul Reyes, you can't do what I can do. You can't. You're not even on my level, bro. Go edit all your shit and come back. For Sean Paul Reyes, a YouTube auditor, turned his camera on at Suffolk County, New York Police Headquarters for the first time in 2021, bored and frustrated. There it is, right there. There it is. No principle, just bored and frustrated. There it is, right there. That's how you get this guy. He bored and frustrated. Never had a mission to begin with, just was bored. As Reyes aimed his camera at a vehicle in the parking lot, 3 men in plain clothes surrounded him, demanding to know what his purpose was and see his identification. His recording, the encounter, has been viewed more than 400,000 times on YouTube. 2 weeks later, Reyes was a full-time auditor, posting videos of his police under the handle of Long Island Audit. Reyes was convicted of attempted armed robbery in 2013 and served 3 years in prison, and has racked up 141 million views on YouTube, collecting an online following that swamps police stations and town halls with angry phone calls when he is arrested. He recently filed a suit after being arrested and filming in an NYPD police station. His chief motive, he said, is serving the public. Sean, you know, I'm sorry, bro. You had no mission. You're an ex-con who couldn't get a job. And so you started filming cops. You don't even understand constitutional law. I would have to explain to you Terry versus Ohio. It's just a fact. I'm sorry. How many cops out there know our rights better than what we're doing, said Sean Paul. We have a video of Derek Chauvin killing George Floyd because citizen journalists recorded it. If an officer went up to one or two of them and said, hey, you can't record, and took their phones, he probably never would have been held accountable. Sean Paul Reyes sometimes supplements his own video with police body cam footage of the interactions obtained through police records requests. An officer in Danbury, Connecticut was suspended for 9 days because of the footage in which he says Reyes would have been dead with his teeth knocked out if police encountered him in an earlier era. Clips of Reyes' calm dismissal of police asking for his identification are edited and repurposed across social media, offering easy-to-understand tutorials of when you do and don't have to show your identification to police. I'm afraid not. I'm afraid Sean Paul Reyes does not teach you guys anything like that. He doesn't teach a damn thing. He doesn't know constitutional law. He's done no study. He knows nothing. He's just a guy who picked up a camera. He's an ex-con who couldn't get a job and started filming cops. Sorry, bro. Hate to tell the truth. You're not on my level and you never will be, bro. You're no leader at all whatsoever. I just don't like the guy. He went on a troll channel to say I was a grifter. How many things do you give away, Sean? And that's an absolute lie. Sean doesn't teach anybody about how to ID or when to ID. He couldn't teach anything. I'm just being honest. Among the popular aggregators of such material is Lackluster YouTube page piloted by Dale Hiller, a former Los Angeles firefighter and Iraq veteran who started posting videos after he was ordered to stop recording police in a police interaction with his next door neighbor. Okay, another comment. Lackluster is not an auditor. He's a reporter. He grifts by taking people's videos, and we need reporters. But if you want to talk about grifting, he doesn't kick back any money to anybody's videos he uses. People whose videos I take, I give them money because it's not my content. So I'm just keeping it real. Lackluster is not an auditor. He's never been an auditor. He's a reporter. He's a reporter, and he's a good reporter, and we need reporters, but he's no freedom fighter. He reports on real activist videos. I just want to keep it real because this 1A community has got to level up. It's got to level up. How many fundraisers has Sean Paul Reyes or Lackluster done to get people out of jail? How many people have they actually helped? Just wondering how many people you actually helped. Oh, you helped yourself to their videos, but you didn't help them with any financing. You didn't help them get out of jail. Dale Lackluster is a reporter. And by the way, if you let him use your video and ask him for any money, he'll tell you no. I'm just saying. I'm just keeping it real. Don't promote people who are not auditors when they're not auditors. He's not an auditor. He's a reporter, and he's a beta male. I'm sorry, he just is. I hate to say it. He may have gone to Iraq. Lackluster stands out in the auditor movement. He's not an auditor. He is not an auditor. He's a reporter. It has nothing to do with being an auditor. Offering analysis of local and federal laws as well as court rulings to provide context for videos posted or submitted by others. Exactly. Most material he highlights is not from auditors with heavy followings, but people publishing their recordings of police encounters for the first time. That's not true. He takes the videos of real activists and benefits massively from it. Lackluster has watched YouTube expand their following in recent years by publishing videos of police interactions that others send them and by finding new ways to encounter the police. He thinks some are beginning to enter murky legal waters, approaching officers in a loud or disruptive manner or refusing to leave public buildings when asked. Others have outright violated the laws, he said. Okay, Lackluster, then get off your lazy ass, pick up a camera, and go out into the streets. Lackluster, you're going to talk about people who are loud? I tell cops to go F themselves. Get off your lazy ass, stop stealing people's videos, and get on the street, Dale. You coward. You beta male cuck. Dale from Lackluster, I'll be the first to say it. He's a cuck. He's a beta male thief. He steals activist videos for his own profit. And the reason why he uses videos that hardly anybody knows is because they don't know they're getting ripped off. A real auditor, someone who goes out and films police, they know that he's ripping off their work. The people who I work with, I call on the phone and we talk about sharing my videos. So I don't know. If you got a problem with how people do it, Dale, then get off your fat ass and go do it yourself. Or just lower your voice and make a voice like this and edit and narrate other people's videos. That's what he does. I'm sorry. You're no activist, Dale. You may have raised money for Institute for Justice, but I don't see you helping any individual people. If you want to criticize real activists, Dale, get off your ass, pick up a camera, and take on the cops in the streets. Or you're just another beta male cuck, which is true. It's a show and it needs to sell. Well, Dale, isn't that what you do? Don't you make a TV show and don't you sell it? You know, and let me just point something out. I'm not sure if it was Dale who covered Auditors of America, but when that guy was homeless and dying, do you know who raised money for his hotel bill? You and I did. Team DLZ. When Dale covered someone's video who needed money to live, Dale didn't take their call. So what are you talking about, lackluster? Get off your ass and get a camera and go out there and take on the cops. Or don't hack the people whose videos you steal for your own profit. I'm just saying, keep it real. I'll keep it real on this channel. You go to other people's channels for lies. One of the least confrontational auditors is Jeff Gray, who posts under the name Honor Your Oath Civil Rights Investigations. He often holds a weathered cardboard sign that reads, God bless homeless veterans, positioning himself in shopping districts and at the steps of town halls in the states, including Florida, Georgia, Mississippi, and uses a camera tucked into his shirt pocket to record police who approach. Gray tells police if he would provide Gray tells police he will provide identification if threatened with arrest, but he also politely warns officers that they're violating his civil rights. Direct D, in contrast, could fairly be called one of the most antagonistic cop watchers, Hiller said. He posted his videos in which he shines a flashlight at officers from outside of a nighttime police perimeter, potentially obscuring their vision, like they do to us, you mean? They're really testing the limits, Dale from Lackluster said, of Direct D and his ilk. But I think it's important that cops know how to deal with that without hurting or taking away someone's freedom. You know, once again, Lackluster chiming in when he does not do any activism. Dale, you don't do shit, bro. Don't hack Direct D and say he's pushing the boundaries when you don't do a damn thing but steal people's videos. You don't. And we do appreciate some of your reporting, but don't come off like you're some freedom fighter, bro. You wait for a video to come out so you can edit it. You're waiting for someone to do something so you can edit it, Dale. Hey, that's a good one. Let me edit that. I can make all the money from it. And then do you kick back any money to the person who's in jail? No, you don't. Oh, it's hilarious. It is hilarious. Pushing back against the auditors. Arizona, where Direct D is based, has become a hotspot for auditing and cop watching, so much so that some officers across Phoenix southwest suburbs have begun using yellow crime tape to set up perimeters around traffic stops when bystanders' cameras are active. So why do you think they're putting up cameras? So you can't see what's happening. It is one example of how the most extreme cop watchers are inspiring practices and legislation with First Amendment implications. In Mesa, Arizona, Assistant Police Chief Ed Wessing said police began seeing individuals recording the station and its gated parking lot entrances about 6 years ago. The first auditors were not confrontational, but the tone seemed to shift with each well-publicized case of police brutality or other misconduct in the region, they said. So let me read this to you one more time so you truly can hear the words that this pig, listen to these words. The first auditors were not confrontational, but the tone seemed to shift with each well-publicized case of brutality or other misconduct in the region. So when you abuse the public, when you brutality the public, when you perform misconduct, of course the public, shocker, is going to be confrontational after you beat, rape, kill, persecute someone who didn't deserve it. Of course, you filthy pigs. Of course. Listen, if you guys don't want the truth, there are plenty of channels out there that'll shine on the bullshit. I'm not one of those channels. I will not ever, ever say any bullshit. I'll just lay it out. Doesn't matter if it's good for me or not. I'll tell the truth. Unfortunately, it's a detriment to myself sometimes because some people like these guys who they're shining on. But the truth is, Sean Paul Reyes is an ex-con who couldn't get a job. Dale's a reporter, period. Direct D's got the only balls in the group of those three. Direct D's got real balls. He steps right in. I don't agree with how he does it, and I never picked a fight with the guy. He started with me, but at least they're talking about a real, actual activist, a real man who's not afraid to go to jail, and that's Direct D. At least he's got real balls. Everything is live. He doesn't have to edit all of his stuff. I'm just saying. I'm just keeping it real here. I'm just keeping it real. I went through this article yesterday. Then came News Now Omaha. Then came George. I'm sorry, I thought Floyd Wallace. Then came George Floyd's murder in Minneapolis, recorded by a bystander's cell phone for the world to see. Auditors began confronting officers at crime scenes, cursing at them and daring them to take action. Officers who identified themselves were sometimes doxxed online, their phone numbers, their home addresses shared by viewers seeking to punish them for their conduct on video. Okay, cool. Did anybody attack those cops? Anybody plant any kind of, anybody try to hurt those cops? Anybody threaten to hurt those cops? Anybody plant any illegal drugs or weapons anywhere near those cops? So you mean cops who abuse people, rape people, hurt people, kill people, they get called out, they get doxxed, and then the public goes after them with words or with phone calls or text messages? I'm all for it. If you filthy pigs beat somebody, I got a new retainer, so I'm spitting half the time. Sorry. If you get a new, of course they're going to go after you. Of course, as they should. You get what you deserve. But no one's killed any cops from auditors. No one's attacked any cops. No auditors have dropped the cameras and started fist fighting cops. I walk up with my 2 cameras rolling. I got 2 cameras rolling, and they're like, "Don't stand behind me." I said, "The cop, I got to drop both cameras to do anything to you. And by the way, 1 camera's facing me, 1 camera's facing you. So if I drop these cameras, then everybody's, they're going to know I attacked you. And I'm going to get a felony. And I'm going to go to prison." This is just ridiculous. Over the years, cops have sometimes overstepped when recorded, detaining and arresting auditors on charges that did not stick in court. Older cops generally had a harder time adjusting to the new reality of the younger ones. "There's no question we've had a learning curve," said the cop, "but auditors also at times disrupted the situation at hand. 3 years ago, a man holding his father at gunpoint pointed his weapon at Mesa police moments after officers told a cop watcher to retreat from his perch outside of his house, and he refused." 3 years ago, a man holding his father at gunpoint pointed his weapon at the cops moments after officers told a cop watcher to retreat from his perch outside the house, and the cop watcher refused. Officers then shot and killed the gunman. No one else was injured, but the sequence rattled officers. "Oh, you mean when you kill people, it rattles you? Aw. Oh, I'm so sorry that it hurts your feelings after you murder somebody." Last year, the city spent $23,000 to delay the Publix police scanner feed by an hour after realizing Direct D and other auditors were using it to locate their next targets. The department said it gave access to the live feed to journalism outlets it's deemed legitimate. Oh, I see. So now there's legitimate news outlets and there's illegitimate news outlets. So if you're an activist and you're trying to catch the police doing something, then you're an illegitimate news outlet. But if you are ABC, CBS, if you're state-run media, and put that in the chat below, state-run media, that's what they are. If you're state-run media, well, then come on in, because you're going to lie for us and you're going to create the narrative that Direct D is the criminal. Direct D is the bad guy. He was there filming, and so he's the bad guy. Call in the state-run media to bash the actual activists. Do not listen to NBC, CBS, NBC, Fox News. They're all trash. They're lying to you. I turn on the mainstream media every day to see what lies they're spreading. And that's what they do. That's what they do. I'm sorry. So the department said it gave access to real journalists that they deemed legitimate. So the cops can just decide who the press is and who isn't. If I was in Arizona, I would sue them for it. Arizona is at least one of 6 states that's tried to enact to create laws to create more distance between the police and the public, with mixed results. A coalition of media companies and free press advocates successfully challenged the law and made it illegal in Arizona for bystanders to record police with an 8-foot buffer. Other states have focused on the perimeter instead of the act of recording. Most jurisdictions understand that if they opt If they out and out prohibit recording without the permission of a cop like Arizona tried to, the federal courts are going to block that quickly, said an attorney. In Indiana, a law took effect in July, barring people from getting within 25 feet of police after being ordered not to approach. Well, I'll go there and I'll violate that law in 2 seconds flat. Louisiana Governor John Bell Edwards vetoed a similar bill in June. Similar legislation had been introduced in Michigan. If they pass it, I'll go there and I'll challenge it and I'll get arrested and I'll take it on. Support for such legislation has largely fallen along partisan lines, with most Republicans support. So Republicans are cop suckers, and the conservative judges and conservative Supreme Court have created the tyrannical police state we live in today. Oh, I'm a conservative. Well, if you're a conservative, I'm a conservative. I identify as a conservative. But I don't identify as a Republican conservative, because if I did, that would mean I back the blue and support the tyrannical pigs. Most Republicans supporting measures and many Democrats opposing them, citing constitutional concerns. A notable exception, Indiana State Representative Mitch Gore, a Democrat who's also a Marion County Sheriff's deputy. And oh, by the way, let me chime in on here. When you research who you're voting for, if they are an ex-pig, they're off the list. I want you to research every single candidate. For example, in Nevada, the governor of Nevada is, what's his name? Lombardo, Joseph Lombardo. He's an ex-pig. So what do you think's going on in Nevada? It's a police state, prison state, death state. There's no peon. I have already said I'm running to be leader of the peons. That's why I'm running for governor, because we need a peon to take care of the peons. We are all peons. Unless you make $20 million a year, unless you have a connection to Obama, unless you have a connection to Trump, if you have a connection to Biden, you're a peon, and anything can happen to you. That's why I'm running to be leader of the peons, because I know that I don't count for anything. I count for zero unless there's millions of us, thousands and thousands and thousands of us who refuse to back down. And that's why I'm running for governor. Mitch Gore is a pig. We have some concern that bad cops may attempt to perpetually push back the public further and further. But these situations are becoming more tense unnecessarily, and it's important that we give our officers the ability to de-escalate the situation. So YouTuber Philip Turner has been arrested multiple times. So that's Turner versus Driver. The history of that, Andrea Pritchard started Berkeley Cop Watch in Northern California in 1990. Early on, her organization focused primarily on bearing witness, keeping residents safe by observing police interactions in an unobtrusive manner. What had weight was the actual human being present at the moment of the incident, and the technology was secondary, Pritchard said. Berkeley Cop Watch eventually used public records and recordings to build a database of alleged abusive officers in the Berkeley Police Department, and launched a class on cop watching at UC Berkeley. Its members continue to eschew any dramatic confrontations with police. Of course they do. Of course they do. And they've changed nothing. The new level of activist now has a lot of knowledge about the law and is willing to go to jail and then sues cops. That's the new level of activist. I'm more than willing to go to jail because I believe in what I'm doing. I didn't just pick up a camera because I'm an ex-con and figure I'll make a living like this. I'm not an ex-con. I don't have a criminal record where I've been charged, where I've been convicted of multiple felonies or multiple misdemeanors. It just doesn't exist. I did this because I was tired of cops abusing me and abusing my rights. I've studied constitutional law for 20 years. It wasn't just something I just picked up a camera one day and started recording. No. The screaming and hollering and doing all kinds of stuff, in my experience, is not an effective strategy for getting someone released, Pritchard said. It often attracts more cops to call for backup and to escalate. And here's a good picture of Philip Turner, an actual freedom fighter right there. That guy, Turner versus Driver 2017, is based on Philip Turner, who is known as Badasow on YouTube. First Amendment auditor Philip Turner of Austin was arrested in 2017 for refusing to identify himself to officers while recording them. His case went to the U.S. Supreme Court, which ruled for Turner, establishing for the first time the right to record police, subject only to reasonable time, place, and manner restrictions. The path from Berkeley Cop Watch to YouTube stars was paved via court precedents. Austin area native Philip Turner began recording outside of Texas police stations and posting the results on YouTube in 2014. He says he was motivated by negative interactions with police starting when he was a teenager, like most of us actual activists. Traffic stops and other incidents he thought were initiated or escalated by cops because he's black. After launching his YouTube experiment, Turner was arrested multiple times for not identifying himself while recording, even though Texas law requires a person to provide ID only if the person has been lawfully arrested or pulled over while driving. Turner sued the Fort Worth Police Department in 2015 for detaining him in a sweltering patrol car after he silently recorded their station from across the street. The case reached the appeals court in 2017, and the court ruled in his favor, establishing the first time the right to record police, subject only to time, place, and manner. Turner's calm, quiet manner while recording was discussed at length in court. He says he acts that way with his online audience in mind. I understand that filming police is already a touchy subject. People who don't understand what we're doing feel like we're out to get the cops. I tailor my style to exclude anybody, not to exclude anybody. How can you be nice? Direct D said he's not capable of biting his tongue when his rights are violated. I agree, you're not. I've seen you do it. I lose the professionalism, the politeness, the moment they start operating outside the parameters of their job, said Direct D. How can you be nice to someone who's willing to violate your human rights? Direct D goes cop watching at night, searching for sirens or helicopters. He focuses attention on parts of Phoenix suburbs where most people are poor, Black, Latino, or Native American. Those areas have become battlegrounds in the region's sprawling gentrification struggle, and Direct D sees aggressive policing as another way to clear out the poor and make room for the wealthy. Whenever police try to remove homeless people from a bus stop or pull over cars for minor violation, Direct D aims to be there with a camera. God bless him for doing it. One of the most jaw-dropping recording is first posted from a trailer park in Cottonwood, Arizona. It was New Year's Day, 2021. Ruff was working as a landscaper, 4 years removed from serving 5 years in prison for a 2011 armed robbery conviction. So I guess I'm just putting it together now. So I guess Sean Paul Reyes, Long Island Audits, and Direct D have both been armed robbers. I didn't know that. I didn't know. I knew Sean Paul Reyes had been arrested for armed robbery, but I didn't know what Direct D had been to prison for, but he served some time in prison. So a worker from the trailer park community asked Ruff what he was doing there. He says, and he declined to answer. The employee called police and Direct D began recording. Let's go into handcuffs, the responding officer said to Ruff on the footage. After some questioning, Direct D backs away, repeating, "Don't touch me. I don't have to identify myself." Even after a supervisor arrives, Direct D does not relent. Good for you, Direct D. Do not just let them put you in handcuffs. The 10-minute video became a YouTube sensation with aggression channels shouting, "Boss level ID refusal. 2 cops get owned." With aggression channels? Put a 1 in the chat if that's some bullshit right there. But here's what the video doesn't show. After Direct D stopped filming, one of the officers found Direct D's girlfriend and pressured her to reveal his name. He remains angry about it today. They used her feelings towards me to get what they wanted, Direct D said. That really sparked some shit in me right there. Direct D has since posted more than 300 videos. He says he doesn't own the YouTube channel and is barred from sharing details about the revenue generated by the ads that appear in his recordings. So there's a couple things here. Also, from what I've been taught, San Joaquin Valley Transparency also doesn't own his channel. Apparently, there are companies that you can sell your channel to, and you get paid up front for the channel. I don't know all the details of this, but I know that from what I've heard, San Joaquin Valley Transparency doesn't own his channel. Auditing America doesn't own their channel. They sold it. Direct D doesn't own his channel. He sold it to a company. Apparently, you get a big payout up front, but then you don't own your channel. I don't really understand that because I'm a big copyright guy, and so my videos are mine. That's why Dale from Lackluster doesn't steal my videos, because I'll copyright the video and I'll strike him because he's not going to grift off of real activists. Dale, you take any of my videos, I'll copyright it and I'll strike your ass, grifter. Straight up. That's what I'll do. Straight up. On a recent night in Gilbert, Arizona, Direct D kept driving long after he told the woman in the sedan that she had not been required to give her ID. Around 1 a.m., Direct D pulled up to a stoplight, dash cam rolling. Idling next to him was the Gilbert police sergeant who had threatened to arrest him hours earlier. Direct D leaned out the window of his truck and shouted, "Do the department a favor and eat one of your service rounds." Then he gunned his engine through the green light. The sergeant rolled up his window and turned onto another road. So, look, Chevy, thanks for the super chat. What's going on, y'all? What is going on? Can you guys do me a favor? Hit the like button. Take your finger and hit that like button. So, you know what? Look, within a group of men, you're going to have disagreements. The problem I have with these guys is that when I came onto the scene, they knew that this guy is the guy. And so they all attacked me. San Joaquin Valley Transparency attacked me. Direct D attacked me. Sean Paul Reyes, Long Island, he attacked me. They all attacked me. They attacked my character, said I was a grifter, said I was all these things. And so for that reason, I'm a little bit ornery. None of them have apologized, and that's fine. But the job they do is necessary. Even Lackluster, who's a video thief, that guy, what he does, his job is necessary. We need reporters. We need guys like Dale who sit at home and then armchair quarterback how you should do your activism while they take your video and make the money from it. So we do need those guys. But at the same time, let's remember, the reason that I came into this is, I'll just segue like that. The reason I came into this is because I was arrested and targeted so many dozens of times through my life that I began studying constitutional law in the year 2002. I watched as many videos, lectures. I read the Constitution. I read Leviathan. I read the Bill of Rights. I read Two Treaties of Government. I read Essays on Understanding Humanity. I read the Federalist Papers, the Anti-Federalist Papers, which I still have not finished the Anti-Federalist Papers. But I began doing the reading long ago. And the reason is because I knew that someday there was going to come a time where I could jump into the fight. And so that's why I'm here. The cops no-knock raided my house in 2002 with a SWAT team, arrested me, charged me with 5 felonies. I beat the charges because it wasn't true. It was all made up lies. And so ever since then, I've been this person, right? But I didn't get into this, just pick up a camera one day and say, oh, I think I'll start auditing. I do a daily friendly reminder almost every day where I teach people exactly the constitutionality of law. I got the nickname Constitutional Law Scholar by Dennis Sperling in the beginning of 2022 when I went on his show. And he told me, Chille, you're the foremost constitutional law scholar that I know. And so I started to use the term myself. Before that, I called myself a constitutional law researcher. So, yeah, and Epic, the reason why we have so many mods is because when I came on the scene, you had guys like San Joaquin Valley Transparency attacking me when I was nothing but friendly with the person. You had guys like Sean Paul Reyes going on shows Long Island and calling me a grifter. So I have a ton of moderators because I've had to be protected by these people who just are jealous or want to fight. Look, I don't want to fight these other guys. I just want to be legitimate about what we're actually doing here. I'm not an ex-con who can't get a job anywhere else. I'm an executive. I can go do other jobs. So I just want to be clear. And so this is the reason why I came into this space, which leads me, and this is a perfect segue into really what I wanted to get into, which is Floyd Wallace's video. So listen, I'm a contentious, aggressive alpha male. I'm not agreeable. Any of my friends who know me know that I'm not agreeable. I'm not just going to agree. I have to know the facts and I have to research it and find out if I'm agreeable. So there are people like me who are absolutely intense, hardcore mofos. And for that reason, until some of these other folks, if they want to make amends, I'm more than willing to do so. But otherwise, I'll call them out for what they are. I just call out for what it is. I'm just hardcore. I am what I am. So with that being said, I want to show you guys something. Yesterday I bailed, I didn't bail Floyd Wallace out of jail. You guys helped me bail Floyd Wallace out of jail. Yesterday, you guys helped me bail him out of jail. And so he got out of jail today, and we talked on the phone a little bit this afternoon. And as I was speaking to him, I couldn't help but bring up, over the past 24 hours, I've received no less than 10 emails, 10 text messages at least, of people saying to me, oh, you bailed Floyd Wallace out of jail again. Floyd went to jail again. And I said, yeah, Floyd went to jail again. So when Floyd was asking me to help him get out of jail, he was calling me from jail. He originally thought that I had been awake for 2 days. I'm not sure if you guys know this or not, but what I do is I work for 1 or 2 days straight, and then I pass out from exhaustion, and then I keep working again. So Floyd was calling me over the weekend to get him out of jail, but we didn't know what his bond was. So he called me yesterday and said, hey, I got to get out of jail. It's $400. So I just called the bail bondsman, sent him the money. And then you nice people, slowly but surely, some of that money has come back in. People like Chef. Let me read a couple names, by the way, and say thank you to some of these people who donated to me to help me cover Floyd Wallace's bail fund. I'm so super grateful. I would have been upside down. Michael Dolan, of course, the usual. Gil jumps in. Joseph, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Joseph just sent me a PayPal and said, go have dinner on me, bro. Thank you. Appreciate you, Joseph. Gil, Benito, Chevy, who has, by the way, Chevy, who has donated thousands of dollars to people he doesn't know. He doesn't know any of them. I'm just saying. By the way, a lot of these people, Michael Dolan, Benito, Alec, Jennifer, Donald, thank you so much, dude. Kevin, thank you. Thank you so much for your donation. I super appreciate it. You know, I put that $400 out yesterday just thinking I can't leave the guy in jail. I just can't. P. Rex, thank you for your donation. I appreciate it. Mary, Jonathan, thank you. I appreciate it. And then we can thank our bail bondsman who got him out of jail in Texarkana, Arkansas. So that was just there. Let me check Venmo and see if there's any more names. Because I want to say thank you to anybody who helped me get Floyd out of jail. I really appreciate it. I'm not going to leave Floyd in jail. So I'm going to finish that talk in a second. Lee, thank you so much, dude. Thank you so much for your donation. Dan Hanlon, thanks, bro. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. And those are the people who helped me cover the costs of and there's a couple other people who I didn't mention. If I didn't mention your name, please shoot me a text or email. I want to give you the recognition and the credit that you deserve because you helped get a guy out of jail. So yesterday I got a dozen phone calls and emails saying, oh, Floyd went to jail again. You're helping him out again. Why are you helping him? He just keeps going to jail. So when I got on the phone with Floyd today, I said, hey, Floyd, keep going to jail, bro. Anytime you go to jail, if you're recording, I'll get you out. Floyd Wallace is a real freedom fighter. News Now Omaha is an actual freedom fighter. Puts himself on the line. He doesn't break any laws. Is he suspicious? Sure, maybe he's suspicious. He's not criminally suspicious. There's no single articulable fact that he's creating criminality or has been criminal. And he keeps on getting arrested and going to jail. And this team, Team DLZ and Chille, I will bail you out of jail every single time. I don't care if I got to spend my own money and I don't get it back. If you freedom fight and you take on cops face to face and you're recording them, I'll help you. I'll help you. I'll help you. I'll help Sean Paul Reyes. I'll help Long Island Audits. He doesn't need my help. He makes far more money than I do, has a bigger crowd than I do because he's from New York. But if he needed my help, I would help him. I don't like him. I would help him. I would help Direct D. If Direct D needs my help and asks me, I'll help him. Direct D said horrible things. San Joaquin Valley Transparency, who takes on people on the streets, takes on cops on the streets. If he needed my help, which he doesn't, he has a huge community himself, I would help him. There's right and there's wrong. You have to be on the side of right. You just heard me say how much I dislike some of these people. If they get arrested and they go to jail and they need my help, I'll help them. Because it's for the greater good. It doesn't matter if I don't look, that Long Island Audit went on a channel that I sued and called me a grifter. After I give away my product to thousands and thousands of people. I helped so many people. And he called me a grifter. If he needed my help, I'd help him. So I just want to keep it clear. I just want to keep it 100% clear. So Floyd Wallace continues to get arrested, number one, because he's an activist in front of cops on the street. Number two, he's black. Number three, he pushes the envelope. He wears a mask. He ducks and dives. He looks suspicious, but he looks suspicious as he's got a camera. He looks suspicious like this. Hey, what are you cops doing? This is Floyd Wallace. And the cops arrest him with a camera down his shirt. He gets arrested as he's doing this. Hey, what are you cops doing? What are you cops? Let me make sure you guys can see it. Press with Rancor. Press with Rancor right there. Everybody, make sure you get over there and subscribe to my buddy Press with Rancor, who is an activist who took on cops face to face. That's what he was doing. And then the judge ordered him where he can't record cops. The judges in this country suck. They suck. They absolutely suck. And so everybody subscribe to my buddy Press with Rancor. He's a real activist, takes on cops face to face, doesn't back down. He gives them the bird when he sees them. Press with Rancor, when he sees a cop, gives them the bird. He's a real activist, just like Direct D. Direct D is a real activist. He's a legit, on the street, confrontational, face-to-face activist. That's what Direct D is. Now, he hasn't been nice to me, but hey, whatever. I'm not nice either. I'm a hardcore mofo. If you cross me, I'll tell you F off. I'm hardcore. I'm not sorry about it. I'm not sorry about it one bit. I wouldn't be the person I am to freedom fight for you if I wasn't a hardcore prick. You know what it takes to make a beautiful baby? A hard prick. That's what it takes. If you don't have a hard prick, you don't get a beautiful baby. So what do you want to do? You want to have a baby or not?
Job.
There is.
You're
There's a much bigger.
So this is, I'm going to show a little clip. This is from Rogue Nation. He actually featured Rogue Nation here, but this is from News Now Omaha. So I'm going to show this because they mentioned this in the article. And so I'm subscribed to Rogue Nation, which ironically, I went to go look at Rogue Nation's channel yesterday because I knew Floyd Wallace's video was there, and I had been unsubscribed from Rogue Nation. Why did YouTube unsubscribe me from Rogue Nation? I didn't unsubscribe. Anyway, I resubscribed. So this is from Rogue Nation, but this is Floyd Wallace. This is News Now Omaha.
Threat to the men in blue. There's a much bigger threat to the men in blue. That's him! Kill the bastard with the video camera! Get him!
How about you guys disperse and get up out of here?
Okay.
Why would we do that?
Because
So these are the pigs that were written up in the Washington Post that look like idiots. So you see Tweedledee and Tweedledum right there.
you have no reason to be here.
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do. We got a call on you.
Okay, we got a call on you.
Sheriff's office here.
Where?
Well, maybe go.
That you have us tied up with. So just understand, if you come back on the property, you're going to jail.
Oh, no, he's not.
You're going to violate my rights?
I'm going to take you to jail.
You're going to violate my
I'm
rights.
going to take you to jail. I promise you that.
That's how
Oh, I wonder if she feels like, I wonder if she realized what an idiot she looks like on camera.
we going to do it. Okay. Okay. Well, you have a good day, okay?
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Sheriff said you need to leave the property.
That's not true, though. She does not have to leave the property.
I am on the sidewalk.
Okay, and keep walking.
No.
I'm on the sidewalk. It's
Floyd Wallace is an actual freedom fighter. Celebrate this man.
not their property. How about you disperse? And when you guys leave, I'll leave.
How about you quit running your dumb mouth?
Why you
How about you quit running your dumb mouth? You're the one there running your dumb mouth, Tootsie Pop. You don't belong being a cop.
gotta be so mean?
I'm not mean. You're just
You
making
got-
a
you-
fool out of yourself.
You're
Actually, you made a fool out of yourself. It's your supervising pig even admitted that you guys look pretty stupid. He's wearing a body camera, you moron.
calling me dumb.
So let's get something. I want you to understand something.
Oh, here's the deal, guy. Here's the deal, guy.
Okay, guys, so I got a new Facebook page called Freedom of Movement. I'll put the link to that in the description. And also, consider going to my new YouTube channel, Suspicious Activity 2.0. I'll put the link to that in the description as well. So I will be releasing all my original content that I haven't released to the public yet. And I'll be posting them on my Facebook, Freedom of It's good. So, feel
So the cops pull up, so Floyd walks away. You see that? The cops pulled up, and as soon as the cops pull up, Floyd turns and walks away. And why does Floyd turn and walk away? Because he has not broken the law. He's okay. So the 1968 case of Terry versus Ohio allows police to detain you in the name of officer safety or for reasonable articulable suspicion of a crime. Within the reasonable articulable suspicion of a crime has to be a single articulable fact of criminality where you can say, I think you just robbed the liquor store, you're planning on robbing the liquor store, or you're in the process of robbing the liquor store. Past, present, and future. That's what the tenses are for Terry versus Ohio. So when the cops pull up to Floyd, there's no reasonable articulable suspicion. There's no single articulable fact of criminality. None. And so when they come up, what he does, and this is his modus operandi, when the cops come up to him and he knows he's broken no law, he knows there's no reasonable articulable suspicion, there's no single articulable fact of criminality. So what he does when the cops come up, he walks away. He's been doing it for years. He does the same thing, and he's been doing the exact same thing for years and years and years.
For the long commentary rant, but being suppressed is a horrible feeling, especially when you've done nothing wrong. I haven't done anything wrong. I have nothing. Everything on my channel is clean. I've done nothing.
Right.
I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm out, guys. Peace. Have a wonderful day.
That's News Now Omaha. I'm going to drop the link to his channel here in a second.
Right there.
Back off. Back off.
No, I'm not going to back off. Okay? What's going on?
Does he not look like a member of the KKK? Does he not look like a grand wizard? Look at him. I'm just being honest.
What's going on?
In Jacksonville, Texas.
I'm not that individual. Larissa, sorry, it's Patton and Jackson.
They go pulling up to a guy who's got a body camera on and a camera in his hand and act like aggressive pigs.
What's going on? Talk to me. What's going on? Why are you running?
He doesn't have to answer any question.
Why are you running? Why are you running? Look. You're not going anywhere. Talk to me. Why are you running? I want to talk to you. Nobody's done anything to you yet. Are you going to talk to me?
He doesn't have to talk to you, pig.
Look, we got a complaint about you being up here. Talk to me.
They got a complaint.
What's going on? Big hands out of your pocket.
So he's walking away.
So, don't approach me. Don't approach me. Don't approach me. Put your head.
He's walking around because he's free. You notice what he's not asking? Am I being detained or am I free to go? Which is what you should be asking. But Floyd Wallace is a freedom fighter. News Now Omaha's legit.
Hands up on the car.
I haven't broken the law, exercising my rights in public.
Now they're grabbing him. Two cops are grabbing him.
You have no right to touch me.
Okay, what's going on?
You down the weapon.
This officer violated my rights.
Okay, so the cop is violating his rights because that's not what a Terry stop is. A Terry stop is when you have reasonable articulable suspicion of a crime. This is a violation of Floyd Wallace's rights.
I'm not.
Yes, he is.
Okay, hang on.
Why? You're the one who's being the tyrant. He's the one being the freedom fighter.
Hang on.
I don't consent to certain procedures.
Look at the body cam around his neck. It's strapped on. He's got a body harness with a camera on it.
Property.
We're not searching you. We're patting you down for our safety.
Get off me, bro. Move, man. Get off of me. Stop touching me. Stop.
You're not going to look in a pocket to see a gun. You feel it, you jackboot thug pig.
Stop touching me. I already told you that.
Hey.
Sir, you have no right to touch me.
Okay, calm down.
No, he does not have a right. You only have a right to touch him for a Terry stop. Now, he could grab him and say he was afraid for officer safety, and then it wouldn't be an illegal detainment, but he's already patted him down. It's over. At that point, the detainment's now illegal.
Yes, I do.
Calm
This
down.
guy's touching me right here.
What is your name? What's going on
What's
with you?
him embarrassment
You're a dumb shit. That's what's going on with him. Because of your stupidity, he's standing there.
number, ma'am? identify yourself since you want to go hands on.
I'm Sergeant Wild. What is your name?
Sergeant Wild at Jacksonville, Texas Police Department.
What's your name and badge number, ma'am?
I'm asking you a question.
What's your name and badge number? Are you not going to identify yourself?
I am. You need to identify
E-Hands.
yourself.
What's your badge number, E-Hands? Okay.
Look at her. Look how dumb she is. All she knows how to do is follow orders. You think she's a leader? Look at her face. Put a 1 in the chat if she's no leader. Put a 1 in the chat if that chick right there should never be in any leadership position or be in charge of anybody. She looks like a dumb shit.
Be respectful.
What is your name? You got an ID on you?
Look at him. He's not in the KKK. He's not a KKK member. Look at him looking at Floyd. Floyd's done nothing wrong, and this guy's mean mugging him like he wants to fight him. Let me just tell you something, you old man. Floyd Wallace would beat the piss out of you.
Am I being detained for a crime?
We're investigating. We got called on you, okay?
Okay, I'm going to take a break right here, and I'm going to pop in here for 1 second. Okay, so to all the pigs listening, if you get a call for service, you can go out to that call and take a look. That's what your job is, to go investigate. So they get a call for service, pig. You can go out and see what's going on. Then your own little brain right there, you can then assess, do I have reasonable articulable suspicion that this man is committing a crime? Then you can detain him. This is an illegal detainment. They pulled up to him, looked at him. He was breaking no laws. There was no reasonable articulable suspicion. For all you filthy pigs, if you get a call for service, that does not mean you get to detain the person that someone called about. When they called for service on me in 2002, they no-knock raided my house. You pigs created the biggest problem you have, because when I'm governor, I will change policing from the top down. This is an illegal detainment. You don't get to grab people because someone called about them. You get to go out and investigate. Take a look. Is there any reasonable articulable suspicion? No. Is there a single articulable fact of a crime? No. Back up! You don't have the right to grab somebody because somebody called you and said there's a black guy outside. Fucking pigs.
How about you guys disperse and get up out of here?
Okay.
Why would we do that?
Because you have no reason to be here.
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do. We got a call on you.
Around the sheriff's office here.
What did I just say? Just because you get a call doesn't mean you get to go and grab people. You get to go and take a look and see if there's any reasonable articulable suspicion, which is unconstitutional as well.
See, here's the thing. They're not used to a man standing up for his rights, especially in Jacksonville, Texas. They're not used to it. That's why they're laughing and thinking it's funny that they violate people's constitutional rights on a daily. They do not respect our rights.
Exactly.
But
Floyd.
guys like me are putting them straight.
Bam.
Back to the video, guys.
Bam.
Okay. We got a complaint to find out what's going on. I come up to talk to you and you take off running.
He did not take off running. He walked away because there was no reasonable articulable suspicion of a crime. He's following the rule of law and you are the tyrant.
So yes, that's very suspicious.
It is not suspicious. He doesn't want to talk to a pig. You're the danger. You're the fear. You're the enemy of the people. You're the killer in our country.
Not illegal.
I didn't say it was illegal.
But that's the only reason you can detain someone is if they've in the act of committing an illegal crime.
I said it was suspicious. I try to talk to you and you won't talk to me. So
why would you want to talk to a pig when you have a Fifth Amendment right to remain silent?
Tell me what's going on.
Right now, what I need you to do is get from behind me and go back into your vehicle.
I don't have to do that.
Beautiful.
Well, I'm gonna go and walk away then.
Then walk away. How about that? Walk away.
How about that, huh?
Go on.
I don't have to.
Go on.
I actually can stay here if I want.
You're actually in the roadway, so.
Because you put me against the car.
Oh, no, we didn't.
Yes,
you stepped
so
over here towards me.
He did not move me. He didn't move me.
Okay, how about
He has every right to walk on a sidewalk, honey.
you get out of the roadway?
I'll
and
get out
on
the
the
roadway.
sidewalk.
I'll definitely get out the
That's
roadway.
You see how he walked right towards her? Because he hasn't done anything wrong. He's a free American. Freedom is dangerous. Get used to it.
Issue there. But y'all pushed me against the car.
Yes, they did. They put their hands on him and illegally detained him.
Okay, keep moving.
I don't have to keep moving. I haven't broken the law.
Do what?
I haven't broken the law.
And there's no reasonable articulable suspicion. Even the unconstitutional Terry standard isn't in effect. She's being a pig.
Ma'am, do yourself a favor. Go back in your patrol car.
You're not telling me what to do.
Oh, can't take that, but you tell everybody what to do.
I am telling you what to do.
Yeah.
Well, good thing we don't have to listen to you, right?
We don't have to listen to you either, lady. You don't have any power.
I mean, you're wasting tax dollars, so.
On you. You're right.
That's your fault.
Absolutely.
You chose to be here.
No, we
No, we
got
didn't.
called.
We got called.
I was
on you
minding
because
my-
Somebody thought it was very suspicious that you were hanging around the sheriff's office over here.
Which is funded by our tax dollars, right?
Oh, do you pay taxes?
I sure do.
Oh, I'm
I
sure.
pay
Floyd Wallace makes good money. What is she talking about?
a lot more than you think, too.
Oh, I'm sure.
I pay a lot more taxes than you think.
I'm sure you do.
E-hands, do yourself a favor. Go back in your
You're
car
not gonna
and
tell me when I can leave and when I can't leave.
Well, let me chime in here real quick. And this is where I want to give you all a lot of credit. We crowdfunded Floyd Wallace's bail because he's a freedom fighter. He shouldn't have to spend his own money when he's standing up for the people. And that's why all of you who sent me $5, $10, $15, $20, $50, $100 Chevy, whatever you sent me, Dan, whatever you guys sent me, thank you. A freedom fighter shouldn't have to freedom fight and then empty his wallet to free himself from the dungeon. And so I give all of you all the credit in the world. Thank you for helping me crowdfund his bail. I really appreciate it. When I'm a multimillionaire, I promise I won't ask for your help.
Actually, I'm going to tell you when you
Well,
can
guess
leave.
what? I don't have to listen to you.
Well, I guess we're going to be here all day then, huh?
Look at her. Look at her. Could you imagine if she was your girlfriend?
I got nothing but...
Oh, you don't? Because you're getting paid by the hour and you're wasting our taxpayer dollars.
I don't care either.
Are you intoxicated? You sound like you're intoxicated.
Oh, they're making up lies. Floyd Wallace doesn't go audit drunk. I don't even know if he drinks.
Are you making false? Are you making false
I'm asking
accusations?
you.
Are you making false
I'm
allegations?
asking you.
Go
Are you
back to the
answering or not?
Nothing wrong with exercising your First Amendment rights in public.
Now he's even explaining to them he's a First Amendment auditor. He's saying it out loud. They're just too stupid to pick it up.
You guys came to me, bro. I was minding
What's the First Amendment?
freedom of press.
Okay, what are you?
Right now, I'm recording you guys.
I don't think she actually knew the answer. That's why she asked.
That's good.
Because
We're recording you too.
Because you guys are funded by tax dollars.
Right, and we're doing our job.
Well, how about, since there's no crime happening here, how about you guys
Well,
disperse?
that's what we're trying to figure out.
Well,
because
I've
we got
already
called on you.
explained it to you.
We
There's
got
no.
called on you. You don't need to explain nothing to us.
Don't you want to explain? You stupid. Get out of my sight now.
For what?
Well, I can't do nothing to you because I go to jail. So get out.
Exactly.
Yeah, because you got that badge.
That's right.
You got that badge. That badge is the only thing that's making you stand
Look how happy she is being a tyrant pig.
here right now. That's
right.
That
because
badge.
I got called here, and I'm doing my job.
No, you're not doing your job, honey bunny. You're not doing your job. You're not doing your job. You're violating that man's rights. The only way you can detain him from Terry versus Ohio is if you have reasonable, articulable suspicion of a crime. If you're going to pull up on him and then say you're afraid for his life, you initiated the interaction that you're afraid of. I can't believe how heated these things make me listening to a stupid pig. Like, it's unbelievable.
well. Now that there's no crime committed, how about get going?
I don't know if there's a crime committed because you will not identify yourself.
Oh, wait a minute. How does him identifying himself reveal the crime?
I have to give my ID to you.
Well, okay. So what is the deal? I asked you if you were intoxicated, and you didn't give me an answer.
I don't answer questions. How about that?
Oh, okay. How about that?
Look, there's the white supremacist. I'm sorry. I don't think everything's racist, but he just looks like the typical KKK grandmaster wizard. Maybe he's not. Maybe he's adopted black children. I don't know. I don't like pigs, so maybe I'm being a little hyperbole here. I could admit that.
Yep. Well, I got none but time.
Look at them wasting their time. There's no suspicion of a crime. There's nothing. And what Floyd has not asked is if he's being detained or he's free to go. So I don't know if he's still being detained right here. I don't know if he's still being detained. I have no idea.
Super.
I mean, and look at her. I mean, come on, honey. If you're going to be in charge, take care of yourself a little bit. I'm serious, especially if you're a woman. Number one, you're not qualified to be physically in charge of men. Men and women are not equal. Men are superior physically to women, and women can give birth to children. We all have our own good things. But you can't be like her. Look how out of shape she is. And you're going to run around like you're in charge of men? We should not have female cops to begin with. But yet we're going to have a fat pig like this one? Honey, you got to be in shape to take on men. She's a fat pig.
There.
Written right there. Said anytime you want. What's your name and badge number?
It's written right there.
Written right there?
Mm-hmm.
Your name is right here?
Yep.
Can you pronounce it?
Vorndam.
Badge number.
222.
Good job.
So now look there.
Mm-hmm.
Your name is right.
Vorndam could be grandpa of the year for all I know, you know? But he signed up to the Death Star and he's a tyrant.
Right here?
Yep.
Can you pronounce it?
Vorndam.
Badge number.
222.
Good job. You already identified yourself.
Yeah, I did.
Next time when I ask you for your identification,
Okay, so first of all,
what happened? When I ask you for ID, you give it to me, okay?
you don't have to.
How about you quit running your head? Do yourself a favor.
You're funded by tax dollars. It's your obligation to identify yourself. How do I know you're not in person? How do you know you're not fake police officers?
If you think we're impersonating, call the police.
Isn't it?
They'll tell you whether or not we are, right? Good. Yeah,
that's the whole.
For that one.
Did that pig actually recommend that he calls more pigs?
That's the whole point. If I identified yourself, man. That was a good. You got me there. I can't lie.
How many pigs are in Jacksonville, Texas? So they got 3 of the pigs right there. How many pigs are there?
Just gonna sit here and do nothing, or what?
Now we're waiting on an answer.
Answer.
Yep, from the sheriff's office. Once we get an answer from the sheriff's office, we can move it from there.
Okay, so what have I told you guys? And DLZ Clips and I had a long talk about this. I know when I step on the scene that these guys are beta, that they're used to taking orders, that they have to be told what to do. So if you're an activist or an auditor and you step on the scene, just remember, they're looking to be told what to do. They're looking to follow orders. So you're the boss. So act like it. He's waiting for orders to see if they can proceed.
I just want to let you know something. You can't trespass from the sheriff's department. It is public property. Funded by tax dollars.
Actually, it's not public property.
Who funds the sheriff's department?
This isn't the sheriff's.
Doesn't matter who
This
funds
is
it.
operations
It's
center.
still
It's
private
still-
property.
It's in Russ, Texas.
Why does it
It's just
say
like a
sheriff's
school, it's
department?
not public property either.
It's
School
still
is
funded by tax dollars. I could be at the prison and it wouldn't matter. It's funded by our tax dollars. So am I being detained for a
Said you were in prison? What did you
I
say?
said it's like being on a prison property. It's still funded by tax dollars.
Yeah, that doesn't mean you can't be on prison property. Try it and see what happens. Try to get in there.
I've done a lot of things on a prison
Oh, I'm
property.
sure.
before. I've exercised my rights on a prison property.
Oh,
before.
I'm sure you have.
I don't know what.
Absolutely.
Oh, okay, I don't know what you're insinuating, but am I being detained for a crime?
I told you you could leave, so leave.
Okay, so I'm not detained. So
I
you
never
don't get.
said you were detained.
Okay, I just want to get that clarified. If I'm not detained,
You think this chick should be in charge of a bakery, let alone another human being?
then I'm free to stay. I just want
No, if we're waiting on an answer to see if they want you criminally trespassed. If we do, then you're going to be criminally trespassed, and then you will leave the property. If not, you can stay here.
That you can't criminally trespass him unless he's violated the law.
I am
By all
on.
means,
I'm on
you can
public.
stand right there too. I don't care where you stand.
Oh, but you do. You're scared of everything.
So
But if they
long.
want you CT, it's not going to be here.
Oh, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm not detained, so you don't get my ID. The best thing you guys can do for yourself is to go back in your car and leave.
Okay.
I'm just being honest.
Cool, I'm glad you think that. I don't know what you think.
Yeah. See, I'm so glad I do these audits.
Yeah, you're doing good.
I'm doing a very good job. Hey, you're gonna be the star of the show.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. That's a compliment.
That's a compliment that you look like a dunce cap, that you look like a moron on YouTube.
I like being a star.
Yeah, you say that now.
Star a lot of things.
Yeah, look at my slave catcher badge.
Yes. Your attitude's a problem, man. That's
So
why.
is yours.
That's why there's a disconnect.
Yeah, I agree.
He's telling you the problem is your attitude, and that's why there's a disconnect. And you said, yeah, you agree that you act like an elitist when you're a peon who just took a job for 10 grand a month because you'll follow orders.
So, that's what I'm here for, to test out, to see if you guys respect my rights, and you failed miserably.
Thank you.
You know, the other
You can put
police,
it on my eval.
the other police.
Or you can look up the complaint form and write a complaint too.
I might do that.
Do it.
I might.
Actually, just so you know, honey, Miss Hand, he could sue you for an illegal detainment. There's no criminal activity afoot at all whatsoever. There was never any sort of suspicion of criminal activity. You illegally detained him. You could be sued, Hand, and your name would go on Google that you've been sued in a federal civil rights lawsuit, you dumb chick.
Just not today. I got better things to do.
Me too.
So, I mean, you can leave.
I will whenever I get an answer.
I would hope the sheriff would respect the Constitution.
But that doesn't have anything to do with you being criminal trespass.
It has a lot to do with it. If I'm not able to exercise my
Wait a minute. Is she a canine pig?
respect the Constitution, I would hope the sheriff would respect the Constitution.
She's talking to the dog in the cage. Put a 1 in the chat if you know that canine pigs are sadistic. Put a 1 in the chat if you know that that canine pig right there, the way she comes to climax is if she sees her dog attack somebody else. That girl would cream her pants if she could watch her dog attack somebody. She's a canine pig. No wonder she's so terrible. Put a 1 in the chat if you know that canine pigs are the worst pigs in America and that canine dogs need to be banned. Completely banned in the United States.
It doesn't have anything to do with you being criminal trespass.
It has a lot to do with it. If I'm not able to exercise my rights on a sheriff's department property, which is funded by tax dollars, then that is going against the Constitution.
Explain something to me, okay?
Yeah.
Because who it's funded by doesn't have anything to do with it. It's like school property. School property is private property. If they want you removed from that
Depending
property,
on the schools.
No, public school is private property. It's owned by the school district, okay? And if they want you removed from that, you can be removed from that property, okay? Just like the sheriff's office.
No,
Okay? It's
I don't
not
think that's
public
true.
property. Public property would be like this sidewalk right here.
Which
which
I'm not
you
on
weren't
there.
on when I drove up. You were in their parking lot up there by the office, okay? So
And
that's,
I was never told. I was never told to leave either.
you didn't give us a chance either. You took off running.
Nah, I wasn't detained at the time either.
No, but we've gotten to that point now where we're talking to you about it. So once we find out, then we'll go from there.
All right.
If you're criminally trespassed, then we'll do that.
So you guys, man. So if I'm not detained, I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna go ahead and leave. Okay. Okay. I'm just waiting on you guys to disperse.
We're not going to. We're staying here until we get an answer.
Okay.
And we don't have to leave either. You don't have to tell us to disperse because we don't have to. We can do however we want to go.
I guess.
Yeah.
I guess. Okay. I would like to have the sheriff come out here to confirm your criminal trespass too. Well, I'm not gonna take your word for it.
You don't have to.
I'm not gonna take your word for it, man. I would rather have the sheriff tell me. So
the pig is waiting for orders on what he's supposed to do. I just want to point that out to you.
I have that right. I have that right.
If they tell us to do that, then we'll do it.
Okay.
That's our legal right.
Well, we'll see. You seem.
Look at her, so disappointed her dog doesn't get to attack somebody. Look at her, sadistic pig.
Kind of bored.
I am.
You know,
I'd rather be doing with real crime instead of.
Well, you can.
Then go deal with real crime. You're just harassing a free man on the streets.
People like this.
You're the reason why this is happening. Just leave. You're free. You have free will. Just go. He's not going to attack anybody. He's known across the country.
Well, you can leave.
You think they know the law?
I do know the law.
Oh, I'm sure
I
you
may
do.
not know all the laws. That I'll give you.
agree with that.
That I'll give you, but I know enough.
All right, Sheriff said you need to leave the property.
I am on the sidewalk.
Okay, and keep walking.
I'm on the sidewalk. This is not their property.
I mean, what? Who does this pig think she is? Then keep walking. He's a free man in America, honey. You can't tell him where he can stand.
How about you disperse, and when you guys leave, I'll leave.
How about you keep running your dumb mouth?
Why you gotta be so mean?
Look, listen how stupid she sounds. This girl sounds like she's a moron.
Leave, I'll leave.
How about you keep running your dumb mouth?
Why you gotta be so mean?
I'm not mean. You're just making a fool out of yourself.
Actually, you did just now.
You're calling me dumb.
So let's get something. I want you to understand something, okay?
Yeah.
You go back on the property over here, the sheriff's office property. That's the parking lot, their property, anywhere around there.
Did he say the sheriff's
office property?
That's not true. He just said if you go on the sheriff's property, it's our property.
The parking lot, their property, anywhere around there. Okay? If we come back and see you there, you'll be arrested and you'll go to jail. Okay? So don't do that.
I mean,
sidewalks, okay.
I mean, if you want a lawsuit, go ahead.
It's not about whether we want a lawsuit or
I'm
not.
just saying,
It's about you're being criminally trespassed from that
from
property.
a public facility, man. It's not a public
So
what if I need to?
So can you walk in there right now?
Right now, it's closed.
Exactly.
That don't mean
that means it's not open to the public right now. So.
Well, she's so freaking stupid. Hand, you are so stupid, honey. You are real. Go back to giving dog treats because you're a moron.
It is a public facility.
No, it's
is
private property. Belongs to the county. That makes it private property.
Nah.
Yes, it does.
Who funds the county?
It doesn't matter who pays for it.
I pay taxes, so therefore I fund the county.
That has nothing to do with whether it's private property or not. That's what I'm trying to explain to you about the school. Walmart, all these where you go shopping, all these places are private property.
The school is funded by public, but I have no reason to be at a school. I don't test teacher about their rights. I test police about their rights.
Yeah.
And that's all I do, man.
That. I understand what you're doing out here.
And if you know I'm not breaking the law, why not just...
Okay, you were on private property. They wanted you to leave. You were suspicious. We came to check you out. You took off running. That's even more suspicious. Instead of just stopping and talking to me like I wanted you to, you decided to make this a bigger deal than what it is.
There's nothing wrong with exercising your rights in public. We all have our styles of doing it.
There's nothing wrong with me doing my job either, right?
You're not doing
your job. There's a way about going about it.
You're not doing your job. You're trying to trespass him from public property with no law being broken.
Doing your job.
There is.
You're threatening to arrest me for going back on the sheriff's department.
To arrest you.
You just said if I go on their property that I'll be arrested.
I would have walked right over on that property and I would have gone to jail if he's going to arrest me.
Yes, because you are being criminally trespassed from that property.
Which is funded by tax.
You cannot be criminally trespassed without breaking a law.
I want you there.
Well, how about get the sheriff out here?
And I don't have to get anybody out here.
Or a deputy sheriff.
I don't have to have a deputy out here. They told us we have the authority to do it, okay?
They told us that we have the authority to do it. He literally needs to be told what to do.
Okay? It's within the city limits. Okay?
Whatever you say.
So I'm just letting you know, don't go back on the property, okay?
Good.
Okay. Do you just want to go home now? I mean, do you want to go back on patrol? Clearly there's no crime happening.
I mean, look, miserable. She's miserable.
Clearly there's no crime happening right now.
I'm sure there is elsewhere.
Right, and you're wasting our taxpayer dollars as you are a sick, disgusting canine pig.
Well, maybe go...
That you have us tied up with.
No, you have made the decision. He's doing nothing but being free.
So just understand, if you come back on the property, you're going to jail.
Floyd, go back on the property, bro. Head back over there. We'll get you out.
You gonna violate my rights?
I'm gonna take you to jail.
You gonna violate my rights?
I'm gonna take you to jail. I promise you that.
That's how we gonna do it, Al.
Do it, Hand. I'll see you, Hand. If I come through Jacksonville, Texas, I'll go stand on that sheriff's property.
Okay.
On the public property that the sheriff has taken.
Okay. Well, you have a good day, okay?
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Don't make it any more difficult than what it already is, okay?
Don't make it any more difficult. You're the problem, bro. You're the enemy of freedom.
Hey, just don't go back.
I'm already proving what I need to prove, bro. You guys don't respect the Constitution.
We don't have to worry about it.
I'll be back. I'll be back tomorrow during business hours to confirm that trespass.
They probably won't be there on the weekend.
On
This
weekend?
is a special unit. So.
Okay.
So this is a special unit. These are special pigs over here. Just unbelievable. Unbelievable. But what I want to do right now, just while everybody is here, let me see where Floyd Wallace is. Floyd's at News Now Omaha. He's at 125,000 subscribers. And let's check out his videos real quick. So this he posted this 23 hours ago right here. So I'm going to click on
Understand my directions?
I'm going to click on the video so that he gets a view. I'm going to hit the like button. So I got to his 1,000 right there. And then I'm going to drop a comment for him. Yo, Floyd. Don't stop. So there that is. Okay, cool.
I don't have to follow your directions.
Yes, you do. Lawful orders.
No, they're not lawful orders.
Yes, sir.
Hands in my pocket is completely legal. In fact, I'll do it right now.
Hey, put your hands out.
Okay, guys, like, subscribe, and share. Remember, go to Corn Season Productions. I'll put the link to it in the description. So I got pulled over the other day for minding my own business. The officer claims that I was going 90 miles an hour. Now, that is an untrue statement. I was speeding, but it wasn't no 95 or 90 miles an hour that the officer was claiming. When I drive, I go 10 miles over the speed limit because at this point, I try to get to my destination. And most states, they don't even pull you over for that. But these officers know me very well because what I do with the First Amendment audit videos, especially the Iowa State Patrol, they have it out for me because they don't want me to continue driving throughout the state and exposing their corruption. So what they do, they try to get your license suspended by getting you a bunch of tickets. That's remember about.
Nah, dude. How fast was me for speeding? You have your license on you, please? You getting on my nerves, dude. How fast was I going, dude? You were going 91 miles per hour in a posted 70 mile per hour zone, sir. I paced you and locked you on my radar, okay? Do you have your license on you? You didn't see me this time because I'm in an unmarked car, okay? Do you have your license on you, please? You're harassing me, dude. This is some bullshit. Sir, I will ask you one more time for your license, please. Dude. Straight harassment. Thank you, sir. Do you have your registration and proof of insurance? I did not, man. You heard this? The same cop. Tell you guys they got it out for me, dude. They got it out for me, man. They do. They got it out. I'm probably gonna step out the car too. Nope, you're gonna stay right there. No, you're gonna shut the fuck up, man. Hey, leave me alone. I don't got my. You gonna have to. That's my insurance. It's good. What about your registration card, please? Straight. Get him. This supervisor. He just straight. Me, dude. Straight. He's the same cop from the other day. Well, I gotta look for it. So go ahead and run my name while I look for it. No, but I need that. Well, you need to wait. You need to wait. Yep. You need to wait. Cause I gotta find it. Okay, it's gonna be a while, so. No, it's got to be ready. Yeah, I don't give a damn what you got. Okay. By law. Well, that's fine. That's by law. Okay, I get that. Okay, I don't care about that. Okay. Same guy. That's to me. Same guy. What's your name, badge number again? Trooper Ray's badge number 120, sir.
Okay, so just so you guys know, I've taught this on multiple different videos. You have to have your license, registration, proof of insurance all put together, ready to go for when you get pulled over by these jackboot thug pigs. It's not if you're going to be pulled over, it's when you'll be pulled over. It's a matter of when it'll happen to you. It will happen to you. You will be pulled over, and maybe you're pulled over for nothing, or maybe you're pulled over for going a couple miles an hour over. Maybe you're pulled over for following too close, or your blinker doesn't work, or your taillights were off for a second. They'll find an excuse to pull you over. You have to have your license, registration, proof of insurance on a laminated card, not the actual driver's license, but a photocopy of the front and the back. Put the registration and proof of insurance on a laminated card that then slips nicely into your trifold. And then as soon as the cops pull you over, you give them your license, registration, proof of insurance, and plead the fifth immediately by you use the trifold. This is the reason why I created it. If you can't afford it, I'll give it to you for free. If you can afford it, it's $9 for the digital download that I email to you and you print at home, or it's $30 for the indestructible one that we mail from Santa Monica. It's not laminated. It is destructible, but it's called indestructible paper. You can destroy it if you try, but I've had one in my car. Well, not anymore. I had that one in my car for almost 2 years when I very first created it, and I finally gave it away to somebody. But if you have the trifold in the car, inside of the trifold, you have your laminated driver's license front and back, insurance front and back, and registration. So that way you don't have to have this back and forth. And you saw that Floyd got upset a minute ago and he screamed, "You're going to have to wait," because the cop was pressuring him. And he didn't like to be pressured because he wasn't asking to be pulled over. He was doing 9 miles an hour over the speed limit, as he said. So if you don't have your driver's license, proof of insurance, registration, all put together on a laminated card, why don't you? You will be pulled over, either through your DUI checkpoint or pulled over. Why isn't your things put together? Why don't you have a trifold in your car? If you can't afford the $9, you go to my website, deletelaws.com, hit the inquiry form, and I'll give it to you for free. Free. Then once you have that PDF on your computer, then you have it. If you lose it, you can print out another one. You should have the trifold in your car. You should have your registration, proof of insurance, and your driver's license all on a laminated card. I've showed it on this channel 50 times because when you're not prepared, when you be pulled over, you saw Floyd lost his cool. And that's okay. He's being harassed. I get it. I mean, technically there's probable cause because he was doing over the speed limit, but they don't like, number one, an activist driving, number two, a black dude, number three, anybody who's going to film them. So, you know, not everything is racist. A lot of policing is racist. I'm sorry, but it's true.
You got to slow down. That's the problem. That's why I'm about to get my dash cam. I'm going to get all that soon, tomorrow. Okay. If I have it on radar, and I have it locked if you want to see, sir. I have your speed locked to my radar. If you want to, you can bring your phone back. Okay. All right. Do you have your registration card with you? Like I've asked for it 3 times now, sir. Straight here. It's right here. Okay, go ahead and grab it. I'm gonna grab it. Yep. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. All right, no weapons on you, sir. Hop on out and come back to my car with me, okay?
Now, so just so you know, Pennsylvania versus Mims. So that pig just said, hop on out and come back to my car with me. Pennsylvania versus Mims, the 1977 holding, is an extension of Terry versus Ohio. Terry versus Ohio was created in the name of officer safety that cops can detain you. So when the cop is ordering Floyd out of his car, he's ordering him out of the car in the name of officer safety so he can detain him. The detainment policies of this police department could mean that if you're detained, you go in torture cuffs immediately. The reason they can order you out of the car is because the cop has to believe that you're armed and presently dangerous. So this is likely an unlawful detention because how could you believe Floyd is armed and presently dangerous when you just pulled him over the other day? The same cop pulled him over again. He wasn't armed and presently dangerous then, meaning the likelihood is that he's not armed and presently dangerous now. He's ordering him out of the car so nonchalantly. When you get out of the car, put a 1 in the chat if it's dangerous for you.
Assessed it. All right, no weapons on you, sir. Hop on out and come back to my car with me, okay?
He doesn't want to get out of the car and go talk to him. He shouldn't have to.
Searches of my vehicle, so I don't consent to searches of my vehicle. So
when you get out of the car, if you're ordered out, shut the door and lock it behind you and put the keys in your pocket.
Go back to my vehicle. Don't touch me.
So the policy of the police department could be that if you detain someone, you put them in torture cuffs. That's why Floyd's telling him, don't touch me.
I'm not getting in your car. I want to see the radar now. I'm not getting into your car. Where's the ambassador number?
Trooper Campbell, 467.
Do you see how Floyd is taking charge of the scene?
I'm not getting in your car, dude. I'm not getting in there. Why? Okay, well then show me. Show me. I don't want to get in the passenger seat, sir. I don't want to get in there, sir.
Okay, sir, then have a seat right here for me, okay? Don't put your hands in your pockets. You understand my directions?
Eat my shorts, pig.
I don't have to follow your directions, sir.
Yes, you do. Lawful orders.
No, they're not lawful orders.
Yes, sir.
Hands in my pocket is completely legal. In fact, I'll do it right now.
Hey.
He's laughing because he put his hands in his pockets.
That's all right. That's the same cop from the other day. I know this cop. It's the same guy. Straight harassment.
So they targeted him because he recognized him.
I'm not about to get in your car. I know what y'all trying to do. Y'all trying to get my license suspended, and that's just not going to happen. But I take all my tickets to court. So I'll see you there. It's going to be a long process before you get that money. Put my hands right back in my pocket.
Hold up, brother.
Ain't no hold up.
You want to get your hands out of your pocket? Hey.
Get your hands out of your pocket.
No.
Take your hand out of your pocket. Take your hand out of your pocket. Take your hand out of your pocket now.
What law is that?
Take your hand out of your pocket.
No, don't take your hands out of your pockets.
What's that?
Sir, take your hand out of your pocket.
What law is that?
Sir, take your hand out of your pocket.
Go write your ticket.
Sir,
Go write your ticket, man.
Sir, take your hand out of your pocket.
Write your ticket, sir.
Take your hand out of your pocket.
It's not a,
Take your hand out of your pocket.
I don't have to.
Take your hand out of your pocket.
I don't have to, sir. You're harassing me.
Get your hand out of your pocket.
Go get
now, get your hand out of your pocket now.
What law is that?
Sir, take your hand out of your pocket.
Floyd Wallace is a freedom fighter.
Take your hand out of your pocket. Okay.
I like that. Someone just said, you have rights, cops have duties. Just wrote, take your hand off your gun, bitch.
All right.
This is why it's always important to have two cameras. See, where I messed up is I didn't have my body cam. But every time I drive or I go out or if I'm just walking around, I have two cameras. I have my body cam and I have my phone, just in case an officer wants to go hands-on and snatch my phone out of my hands. But luckily, I was able to turn it back on and get right back to filming. And trust me, they were pissed. But I kept exercising my rights in public. So get back to the video and enjoy it. I'm out, guys. Peace. And bye-bye now.
Nothing legal about that. I don't care. So, guys, enjoy the video. I also want you guys to go. I want you guys to leave first. But can I get names and badge numbers real quick? Can I get his, your sergeant? Can I get your sergeant since he was involved in the scene? 71. I can't hear you. What? 71. 71. What about you, sir? 467. 467.
120. I know if you want to get back in the car and take off. Okay?
I need to wait. I need to wait for you guys to leave. Okay? I think that's fair. I need you guys to leave first.
Okay, get back in your car though. We can't have you out here wandering around. Get back in your car, okay?
You can't have him out here wandering around. You pulled him over on the freeway, you jackboot thug pig. He's in danger right now because of you, pig.
I want you guys to leave first. So you're gonna have to leave first. I just got my rights violated. They got these unmarked cruisers now. I really need to get a dash cam. Yeah, I definitely need to get a dash cam. Now, obviously, they're harassing me, dude. This is a BS. They're 4 cop cars deep for one guy, dude. I'm not going nowhere. See, he harassing me, dude.
So Floyd survives this. Let me drop this link down in here real quick. I'm going to drop the link to this video down in the chat. There it is. I just put it in there. Now, what I would like for everybody to do is go and give Floyd Wallace a subscribe. I know, listen, he is abrasive and we love him for it. He is a searing prick and we appreciate that. He's difficult. He's constantly pushing the race card. Perfect. It's all good. I'm a conservative. It doesn't matter. I have a lot of liberal leanings, classical liberal leanings, but the two words gun and law don't go together. They're two north magnets. So the liberals won't have me. There should be 0 gun laws. This man is a hero. Floyd Wallace is a hero. He is a true freedom fighter. There's the name of his channel right here, News Now Omaha. right here. There's the name of his channel right there. News Now Omaha. He's got 125,000 subscribers on this channel. He's got a couple others, but I don't promote backup channels. I only promote main channels. And it's just my own personal hang up. But I'm going to drop the link in there again to his channel. You guys get over there, drop in the comment section that Delete Laws sent you over, because I respect what this man does. Floyd Wallace, if you get arrested, you call me and I'll get you out of jail. 100%. And if anybody emailed me and said, oh man, Floyd Wallace got arrested again, slow clap. Bravo, Floyd Wallace. Bravo, News Now Omaha. You are a hero, sir. You are an absolute hero. Thank you for your service. And when you see me, you can say the same thing. Thank you for your service. I talked to a cop the other day. I'll air the video. And I said to him, you know, people tell me thank you for my service. They used to say that to you. How come you think, why do you think they're saying that to me now? How come you think I wake up and I got a Cash App? How come you think someone sends me a Cash App or a PayPal? How come? Because of my service watching you. You are now the evil in our society. You are the tyrant, jackboot, thug, pig that we are afraid of. I'm not backing down. We have to change the entire organization from the top down. That's why I'm running for governor. We've got to change the organization from the top down. They call themselves law enforcers. Wrong name. Peace officers. They dress up like G.I. Joe loser. Wrong costume. Peace officer. Peace symbol. Cameras. With a hands team that takes on people with hands. You don't need to put your hands on most people. These jackboot thug pigs have gotten way too big, and we need to break them back down to zero. So this is News Now Omaha's channel. I'll drop the link one more time. If you got to leave the live to go over to subscribe, please get over to this man's channel and subscribe. I support this man and his efforts. If you emailed me thinking that I would be upset that Floyd got arrested again, not at all. The conversation I had with Floyd today was keep doing it. I'll keep on raising money and I'll keep getting you out of jail. We got to fight the system, y'all. We got to fight the system. System has to be fought, whether you like it or not. The system is broken and it has to be changed. So what do we got here? We're a couple hours in. Cool. So this was a little longer than I planned, but Jonathan Mitchell music. What is going on, Playboy? Good to see you, brother. I never get to see Jonathan Mitchell music anymore. Your Christmas season's coming up. You're going to have to start doing shows again. Anyway, so everybody, welcome to Delete Laws. Welcome to the Delete Laws channel. If you would, please hit the like button right down there. It's the thumbs up right there. And then put down in the comment section, OTVO. Right now, stop what you're doing. Put your fingers on the keyboard and type OTVO. Overturn Terry versus Ohio. Put it down in the comment section right now for me. Pretty please. Start the video off with that. Put OTVO in the comment section. Overturn Terry versus Ohio. You can spell it out if you want, but put it in there. I'm excited because we are actually, I don't read Washington Post, but you know what? They're doing articles now how saying First Amendment auditors are changing the game of policing, which they shouldn't be called policing. They should be called peace officers and rights protectors. But do you guys remember yesterday I talked about the cop who strangled an 8-year-old little boy and he was charged with child abuse? Do you guys remember that? Well, would you believe it? There is an update on the story and I wanted to share it with you guys. So if you're unfamiliar with the story, if you don't know, 40% or more of cops beat their wives, beat their kids, or beat them both. Abuse their family, they're alcoholics. Cops are the biggest losers in America, the biggest losers there are. And for the ones who are the diamond in the rough, that's a good human being to sign up to the Death Star and somehow they kept their integrity. I'm really sorry you made that choice to join that dog shit organization. I'm really sorry you made that choice. I hope you can quit now and join the good side, because we're going to change it from the top down. When I'm governor, I will change police from the top down. There will be no more law enforcers in whatever state I'm governor. No more law enforcer. That term has got to go. None of them are law enforcers. They're all peace officers. So let me show you guys the update to this story where the woman's child was beaten. And so the woman herself is now speaking out about her kid and about what happened. Let's watch a couple minutes of this and then we'll check back in 1 second.
An 8-year-old boy.
It happened in Ansonia, and now that boy's mother is talking to us about what happened. 2 News reporter Riley Phillips is live here in the studio with new information after talking with the mother who described these disturbing details. Riley?
Mackenzie Bell says she and her boys are still trying to process what happened last Thursday night. She says she had to pull Christian Idol off her 8-year-old son after he reportedly attacked the boy. Mackenzie Bell and her 2 sons have been living with Ansonia police officer Christian Idol for the last 3 months. She says they were getting used to becoming a blended family and calling Darke County home, but she never could have imagined what happened Thursday night.
I was out in our garage. I was on the phone on hold, just kind of trying to get my stuff together. And slowly the kids kept coming out to the garage and saying, hey, Christian wants to know this, Christian wants to know that.
She says Idol came into the garage claiming her 8-year-old son had lied about something and saying she needed to get him out of the house.
He instantly walks back in the house and I follow behind him. And by the time I can get all the way in the house, Officer Idol is on top of my 8-year-old son, kicking him and punching him.
Bell says she was able to pull Idol off her son.
Wow. Wow. Put a 1 in the chat if that's completely wrong. Why? Oh my God. I have a 7-year-old nephew. My 7-year-old nephew has more energy than you could imagine. Imagine my nephew, how much energy I have. Put a 1 in the chat. This cop should go to jail. I mean, what the hell? Look at that kid's, look at it. Look at the bruise. He's 8 years old. You're attacking 8-year-old children, copper? But this is par for the course. This is the way it is. We allow these jackboot thug pigs to do this to us, to our people. And look at this. This is an 8-year-old kid. The cop comes home. Obviously, he's had a bad day. He can't get it up. He's impotent because he's mentally screwed. The only way he gets off is by hurting people. The 8-year-old boy comes in. The cop, Christian Idol, Christopher Idol, whatever his name is, says that your son lied to me. Get him out of the house. Well, if a kid lies to you, you sit down and have a talk with him. Tell me what happened and explain to me why you said something that wasn't true. Help me understand your process. Why are you telling me things that aren't true? Have that conversation with him. He's 8. He's picking up all the data faster than you and I. Look at this kid's chin. Dude, that is just unbelievable. Look at that boy's chin. That's unreal.
And take her kids somewhere safe before calling 911. According to court documents, Idol grabbed the boy by his neck, spanked and kicked him.
He's bruised, literally probably 12 a foot all the way around his bottom torso. So his hips, his legs, his butt, everything is so bruised at this point that you can't see what his real color skin is.
Idol was arrested that night by Darke County Sheriff's deputies. He was charged with domestic violence and strangulation. Bell says she just wants justice for her family and to make sure this doesn't happen again to someone else.
I know that I'm a really strong individual and I stand up for what I believe in, especially when it comes to my children.
Idol was released from jail on a $20,000 bond. The Ansonia police chief confirmed he was placed on administrative leave, but the chief says Idol actually turned in his 2-week notice days before the incident. Idol's last day with the department is next week. In the studio, Riley Phillips.
So he turned in his 2-week notice a week before because being a pig is a terrible job. So any of you who are getting, if you're in any way, shape, or form lured into the idea that you're going to sign up and you're going to have to pay income taxes or you're going to get a $20,000 signing bonus, you're signing up for hell. If you sign up to be a pig in our country, you're signing up that you will follow the orders of the person above you and that you will torture the person under you by giving them orders. Cops hate each other. They hate each other. They distrust each other. The entire organization is corrupt from top to bottom. Then there's other factors of being a pig that are really difficult to deal with. You know after a while which one of those pigs is carrying a drop gun and drop drugs. Put a 1 in the chat if you know what drop drugs or drop gun is. We've had discussions on this channel about it. So you hate the person above you. You hate the person below you. Then you go out on the job. You see horrifically bad things, which is true. Then instead of having a group counseling session at the end of every shift, they just send them home to their wives and children. This guy couldn't take the pressure, quit. The pressure got to him so bad, your kid just lied to me, that he's willing to beat up an 8-year-old kid, jump on top of him, and punch him in the chin. How do you leave if I left a bruise like that on my nephew, I would jump off a bridge. You are not allowed to abuse children. Let me just tell you something, how strong I feel about it. If I see someone smacking a kid in public, I'll get involved in 2 seconds flat. I see you touching a kid, you're going to get me in your face. And if you're hitting that kid, I won't be in your face. I'll come from the side because I'm too old to fight you fair. If I see you hitting a kid in my presence, I will take you down. But you'll never see me coming. I'm not going to fight some guy. I'm too old. I'm too old. My hand speed's too slow. I'll get beat up, and I don't want to get beat up. So you abuse a kid in front of me, I'll fight you. That's simple. If I see you hit a kid, I'll fight you. 2 seconds flat. It wouldn't bother me at all whatsoever. I'll take the charge. I'll film it.
2 News.
There's the pig right there. That pig right there. Could you imagine watching this guy?
Tonight, a police officer in Darke County has been arrested after alleged.
Could you imagine watching that guy jump on top of your 8-year-old kid and beat him? Dude, I would stomp a mud hole in your ass if you got on top of my nephew and touched him. Dude, put a 1 in the chat if you cannot stand child abuse. I can't stand it. I can't stand it. Like, child abuse to me, you're ruining a kid. You're not ruining him for the moment. He's not going to have a black eye or a bloody nose for the day and he had a bad day. When you abuse a kid, you ruin their life. When you smack a kid in the face, you make him gun shy from everything. You make him fearful of something coming out of his face. Baseball, wrestling, boxing, football, all those, soccer, everything that comes flying at you, you're scared of because you're used to blocking the punches from your stepdad or your dad or your mom's boyfriend or your mom's husband. I can't stand child abuse. I just can't stand it. Yeah. So anyway, I wanted to do that follow-up story because I wanted you guys to see that the mother herself is the one who called the cops on the cop, and then he had turned in his 2-week notice or whatever. But of course you're going to. The police system is done completely wrong. And just here, let me show a little humanity here because I've been pretty hardcore on this particular stream. It's so hard to be human with these pigs because they'll so easily arrest you and throw you in a dungeon. But yet now I'm supposed to show some humanity for them. It would be better, and this is what I'll implement when I'm governor, when you go out on a shift and you see horrific things, you then have to go through mandatory group therapy. Talking about your problems and getting them off your chest helps you immensely. I gave this example last time I did a live stream. The 911 firefighters and the 911 police who ran into the buildings on 9/11, 2001 in New York City, within 5 years of that happening, every single cop who ran towards that burning building was either dead, retired, or had killed themselves. Whereas every single firefighter who ran into that building was still on the job, because when they get off work as a firefighter, you sit around with the other guys and as you're laying there, you go, man, I saw that kid's brains on the floor. And the other guy goes, man, I saw that too. And then you have someone that you're in it with and you don't feel alone. But the cops go on shift. They see the kid's brains on the ground and then, okay, have a good day. Thanks for coming to work. And then they go home and they beat up their 8-year-old girlfriend's son. So that's where we are. That is where we are. That is where we are. So this was sent to me. This was sent to me from DLZ Clips. Everybody, welcome to the channel, Delete Laws. Thank you for coming. There's still 300 or 400 people here. Do me a favor, hit the like button. It's the thumbs up button right down there. And then type in the chat. There it is. Walter already put it in. OTVO. Put it in the chat. Overturn Terry versus Ohio. You're going to get so used to hearing overturn Terry versus Ohio that when you hear this is a Terry stop, you're going to go, we need to overturn Terry versus Ohio. I want so many people to be so used to saying OTVO. Put it in the chat right now. OTVO. Overturn Terry versus Ohio. Put it in there. Yes, I love it. Let me put it in there myself. Let me type it in. OTVO. There it is. I put it in myself. OTVO. Overturn Terry versus Ohio. There it is. OTVO. There it is. Thank you so much. All right, so let's check out this video. This woman walks up on the scene. She's like Direct D light. I mean, look, Direct D is one of the most aggressive, ballsy auditors in the movement. We need him. We need guys like that to challenge the cops and to test our freedoms. We need him. We need him. I know she's a female. She's Direct D light without a woohoo. Let's check this bad chicken. This is a pretty good video. I watched a little bit of this earlier today, so let's watch this.
Got black people hemmed up over here. This is how Irvine PD do. Racist ass Irvine PD. Why you have these people pulled out here like this?
You guys audit them is in the room. Make sure you get over to his channel and subscribe. He's been putting out some great audits. I just posted his comment here on StreamYard. Go over to his channel and subscribe. Great channel.
What's that, man? Why do you have these people pulled out here like this?
Sorry, do you know them?
Do you know them?
We're good.
Okay, so what we're going to do here real quick.
We're in the middle of
I understand that. I'm just asking a question. Okay. My tax dollars pays for your salaries. I'm just asking a question why you have these people hemmed up like this. Are you the sergeant?
I'm the supervisor here. No.
I want to know why you have these people out here pulled out of the car like this.
So we didn't pull them out of their car. We're conducting an investigation right now.
What? Investigating what crime?
Well, I can't disclose that. That's their
You
business.
can disclose that.
No, I cannot.
What crime are you investigating?
We're investigating crime.
What crime is it?
I can't disclose that.
Why is that?
Because it's their business, not anybody in the public. Do you have
What crime are you guys being convicted of or accused of? Do you know? They said it's your business, so I'm asking you. Why do they have you out here like this?
Do you happen to know these folks?
Don't worry about it. I want to know why you have them out of their car like this.
Okay, so if you don't know them, right? And I've already explained as much.
This is a public space.
I 100% agree with you.
I want to know why you have them out of their car. The law that says that you cannot disclose what you're doing here.
Because this is their personal
You're a
information.
public servant.
Yes, ma'am. We've identified that I am a public servant.
But you're not serving the public here. You're blocking the street with all these police cars that you won't even disclose why you're even investigating. What crime?
Okay. I'm trying to talk and I'm trying to explain to
No,
you.
you're trying to bullshit me is what you're trying to do.
Really
Bang.
So what crime are these people accused of?
I'm not going to disclose the specifics of our investigation.
Well, I'm just going to stand here and film then.
You're more than welcome, Stan. But I am going to
That's
have,
great. I'm sure you are.
I am
And I'm
gonna
sure
have
it's
to
all
step back
gets in public.
further back from where my officers are.
I'm in a safe spot, sir.
I don't feel
This is a
comfortable
public.
just saying-
You don't feel
absolutely correct.
comfortable?
I
Am
don't
I
feel
threatening you?
I don't.
How do you feel threatened? You're
Yes.
so afraid. You got the gun. I don't.
Huh.
You got the all the shit.
Huh.
I don't.
How funny is it? She's a woman. So you know, I'm not sure if you guys have seen, but I've come out and I've said that we do not need women police. We should not have women police. I'm not afraid of saying it. We should not have women who are physically in charge of men. We shouldn't have men having babies either. Men can't have babies. So we shouldn't have men having babies. We shouldn't have women being in charge of men. However, I'm all for female auditors. Matter of fact, I was on Riot Girl's channel yesterday watching her premiere. We need more female auditors because with men, there's always an underlying threat of violence. With women, most women don't attack people. Very few women actually attack people. And the ones that do have the least education ever. And you can tell when they start to speak that this chick is a moron and she could attack somebody. We need more female auditors.
Is this a public space?
I've already explained to you that yes, it is. We've
Okay,
identified
then I
that.
have the right to stand here.
but I am going to
Stop infringing on my. No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
This is. I have the public. I have the right to stand here. Do I not? You're going to violate my rights now?
I'm not violating your rights, nor am I
You're
trying
not?
to violate your rights. No.
So how am I impeding your investigation? You do need to call your supervisor.
Sure, I have the standard sheet that's going to be pulling up here shortly.
Okay, good.
See, he acts like he's a nice person, but he's not.
What's your name? What's your badge number?
591.
What's your name and badge number?
Hanson, 649.
And yours?
Kim, 531. What's your name?
Don't worry about it.
Boom. Don't worry about
My
it.
name is Citizen, Sovereign Citizen. That's my name.
Oh, you're a sovereign citizen?
That's correct.
I wouldn't say that, but yeah.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Come on, Denali. This is a public access. I can't walk my dog here. I live in this community.
Nope.
Where am I allowed to stand?
You can stand back there.
Back where?
Back on the end of where the sidewalk ends.
Where the sidewalk ends?
Yes, ma'am.
In the road?
I didn't say in the road. I said where the sidewalk ends.
Here we go. We'll be right here.
So you see how he's trying to send her away from where she can film what could happen to these people.
Wonderful. I'm glad I could have pleased you. We can't even walk down the street
Look how the guy's got to sit on the curb. I'm not sitting on any curb.
in this own. We're free to walk down the street, right? See what I'm saying? How come he's allowed to do it, but I'm not?
You got a supervisor right there, man.
How come he's allowed to do it and I'm not? That's the only point I want to know.
He's running away.
Can I help you?
I want to know why these people are being detained.
Okay.
What crime are they being accused of?
Can you walk over and also?
No, I want to stay right here.
Exactly. Stay where you can see the cops who could go crazy and start beating or killing people.
Here's my phone call. I'm trying to figure that out so I can figure that out.
So, number one, I just got here.
Okay, so what's your name and badge number? What's your...
Sergeant McDonald, my badge number is 422.
Okay, I would like to film this way. So if you could please stand on this side because I want to see how you're violating these people's rights.
Okay, stand up in the grass. You can film all you want.
Thank you. I know I can. I know my rights. I don't...
So look how they got these guys laid out on the ground, dude. Why do you have to get on the ground just because you interact with peace officers? Why do you have to sit on the ground? What the hell is that? I wouldn't do it.
I need you to tell me my rights. So officer, I thought we were having an exchange. Why are you walking away? I want to know why these people are sitting on the curb.
You noticed that I just got here, so I'm going to go talk to her.
Great. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Listen, and let me just chime in here something real quick. Look, just because you get pulled over by the cops or you have an interaction with the cops, you don't have to sit on a curb. You don't have to sit on the ground. You don't have to get in their car. You don't have to, if they're going to physically grab you and detain you, okay, then you can't do much. You can resist it lightly, but if you do anything, they're going to kill you. They're going to taser you and shoot you. So, but that doesn't mean you have to just comply and sit on the ground. You tell them, no, I'm not sitting on the ground. You don't sit on the ground just because you have an interaction with a peace officer. And obviously they pulled them over. So what could be so bad that I need to sit on the ground? I don't need to sit on the ground. There's no reason for me to sit on the ground. I don't know why they're sitting on the frickin' ground. That's the whole thing. These pigs think that they have dominion over us, and they absolutely do not. We have to stop this. Stop complying with stupid things.
See how Irvine PD does? Nobody wants to give any answers, but they sure want to pull you out of your car because you're from out of state for no reason. See this racist shit happening here? Want to ticket them for what? What they do? Want to tow their car? This is extortion.
That's their goal.
They have every right to travel
That's their goal, to tow your car
freely, uninterrupted,
to steal your
by
vehicle.
these terrorists with badges. That's what you guys are. Terrorists, criminals. Domestic terrorists. Terrorizing the community. This is not serving the community by blocking the road with umpteen fucking police cars. This is a waste of tax dollars is what it is.
Yeah, look at what she's pointing out. The cops are all sitting in the road.
Terrorizing the community. This is not serving the community by blocking the road.
Why do they have to put their cars in the middle of the road like that? Those are our cars. Why do they have to put the public cars in the middle of the street?
With umpteen fucking police cars. This is a waste of tax dollars is what it is.
Yeah, but they got them hemmed up on the side of the road, so they're all happy. Look at each one of those guys making a salary as these guys are sitting on the ground for what? For speeding? For what?
Nobody has nothing to say. Where's the sergeant go? Where did the sergeant go? Did he get the scoop yet? This is ridiculous.
They make them sit on the ground.
This is how you stand up for your rights, people. These motherfuckers be violating them. Nobody got any answers, but they're all got these black people hemmed up like this out of their cars, sitting out here like criminals.
I hate to say it, but they'll hem up anybody they possibly can. They may target blacks more, which is true, but anybody they can hem up and make sit on the ground. And look at the cop standing over the man. That cop's like 6'5", and he's sitting over a guy who's sitting on the ground. Why are you treating him that way? He's not trash. You don't just get to stand over him.
When they're the real criminals,
They are the
violating people's rights.
Yes.
Fucking know your constitution. The fuck you got them hemmed up for? You guys need to fight this in court, and I'll let you have this video. This is ridiculous. You need to let these black people go. Y'all done fucked up today. Y'all got the right bitch on the wrong day. Officers of the law. What a joke. They ain't do nothing. They in here over here trying to have a good time. Over here harassing these people for nothing. Taking their car for what? Extortion. That's what it is. You got somebody who know her rights over here. Stand where the fuck I want. It's public space. You respect me because I'm a woman. You don't want to let me pass in my own neighborhood, walk my fucking dog on my own sidewalk where I pay my taxes at? Shit. Next city council means somebody hearing about this shit harassing people. This is how you stand up for your rights, people. This is how you stop police corruption, people.
You film
Take
them.
a look.
You film them. You film them. Exactly correct. You film them.
Where's the sergeant go? Did he get the story yet? Ain't no story. It's fucking bullshit. Y'all need a ride? I'll help you go get your car. Okay?
Sweet.
Fuck these police.
You see, that's the combination that we have to offer to people. We offer both the salt for the pigs, and then we offer a hand of help for the victims of police. That's, to me, is truly being an activist. Take on the cops, sue the cops, try to get them fired for being the pigs they are, and then help the people who are the victims of police brutality.
I couldn't get out my garage earlier.
Blocking the people that live here. Y'all blocking shit, ain't move shit. Can't even get out of his garage where we pay our rent at, where we pay our thousands of dollars of rent at in this city to pay your salaries. How much you take home, officer? Officer, what's your name and badge number?
Hanson.
Officer right here. They can't hear me.
Hi.
Officer J.
I
Hanson, what's your
told you.
salary? 649.
I have to disclose that. You can look it up.
You
on-
know,
online
I know.
now.
It's all public information.
Yep.
Yep. Bet you beat your wife, don't you? Oh, I can't
Yeah.
pass here? But you can let that other dude pass. Is
Actually,
this a
listed
public
as he went
access?
around. Ma'am, if you would like to go around in the grass and go all the way over
Sure.
across the whole street, that's
Sure.
totally
You
fine
want to
with
tell
me.
me where to walk, sir? In my free country?
As long as you don't impede this investigation.
I ain't feeding shit. I'm walking my dog.
Her being there is an imposition.
You can either stand on that side or you can go on
Oh,
the
is that
other
what I
side
can
of the
do?
sidewalk. Yes,
Thank
ma'am.
you. Sure.
Appreciate that.
No problem, officer.
Good with
Hey, ma'am,
walking.
all we're asking you to do is stay back on the grass, right? That's all we're
Oh,
asking.
is that what
Oh, that's not all you're asking. You're asking to control everything about me, everything about us, everything about society. You are a jackboot thug pig. You are the enemy of the people. You're not just asking her to walk on the grass. You're asking us to be second-class citizens while you are the sovereign citizens.
What you're asking me to do is stay back in the grass where I live and pay my money and my tax dollars in this community I live here.
time out real quick.
So what are they What are they accused of?
Right
I
now
want to
you're
know.
interfering. So I'm trying to sit here and talk to my officers. Okay.
No, she's not interfering. So just so you know, this is the 1987 case of Houston versus Hill. She has every right to speak. She cannot be silenced. If you need to talk to a pig, get into your car and shut the door so she doesn't, and you can't be interrupted by her voice. It's not interfering for her to speak. 1987 Houston versus Hill. Look it up. You have the right to interfere them with your voice.
So all we're asking
I'm filming. I'm trying to walk my dog. You guys are
Hey,
impeding.
Film all you want, but we have these people here detained on the curb.
I understand it. For what?
An investigation.
What's
Now, let's
the
find out.
what's
Let
the
us finish.
crime?
Why do you have people detained on the curb to begin with? Why can't they stand? You got 10 cops there. You all have guns and tasers.
Job, and I'll come over here and I'll explain.
What's
it
the
all
crime? What's the crime? Have you guys been explained to? What's the crime you're
Look. Oh, I see. They're suspicious that they're stealing the car because the car's on a trailer. This happened to me in Oregon.
being convicted of? No answers. But you got them out here like what the fuck? This is ridiculous. So get the story. Don't take that long. Get in cahoots. Get in cahoots. This is ridiculous.
Yes.
Come on, Denali. Come on, sweetheart. Fuck this. No, we didn't put black people through too much shit for too long. It's time to let the fuck up. It's time to let them have some fucking fun. You just mad because they in a nice car. Y'all can't stand it. Y'all can't let these black people have some fun in this community, spending their money right here. Fuck that. That's some bullshit. And they don't even know what they're being accused of. There ain't no crime going on here. The criminals is the boys in blue.
Exactly.
There's your true criminals over there conspiring, getting their lies together, because that's what they do, lie on police reports. That's all they do, know how to do. Get your story together. But you're still blocking the roadway. They're doing illegal shit right there. That's illegal. Why ain't they getting tickets? Right here, blocking this lane. For what? For what? Whose safety? I don't feel safe. I do not feel safe. This is a waste of my tax dollars right here. A waste of tax dollars right here. We are over-policed in this state.
Yes.
Y'all need to go home.
Yes.
Y'all need to find something else to do. This ain't the line of work to be in. You ain't serving shit. Not in this community. You're harassing people. Black people.
All people.
Because you think you have the authority to.
Yeah, they were given our rights.
Fuck that. Know your rights, people.
Through the Supreme Court.
It's ridiculous because they in a nice car. Look at that car. That's a beautiful fucking car, bro. What is that? What the fuck is that? That's some shit right there. Ooh! Alfa Romeo, bitch! Look at that shit! Oh! That's some nice shit right there. I love to see black people have money. Okay? Reparations. They didn't work for this shit. Y'all over here harassing them, hating on them. Haters. Y'all some fucking haters, bro. Haters. Y'all disgust me. You know that? Y'all should be disgusted with yourself. I don't know how y'all sleep at night. Honestly. I don't know how y'all sleep at night. Really don't. Really don't. I don't know how y'all look at yourselves in the mirror each day. Be like, yo, this is what I do for work. This is my job, right? Harassing black people with money. You can't even let them live. Slavery wasn't enough, right? Disgusting. They ain't gave you a ticket. What they got you just sitting up here for what? Don't say shit to these motherfuckers. That's right. You doing the right thing. Say a goddamn thing. Fifth Amendment. Say a fucking word. But I can, because I'm white. It's a shame. Y'all ought to be ashamed of yourselves.
They're not.
All of you, each and every one of you officers over here. Officer, what's your name and badge number? Sitting over these folks like they are doing something. Can I know? Hello? What's your name and badge number, sir? 7-Eleven. What a joke. Hey, Lieutenant, did you get the lowdown yet?
So just so you guys know, you remember earlier in the day, I read that WAPO article when we were talking a few minutes ago, and they said how the auditors, some of the auditors like DirectD or me or whoever else you want to mention, that we are abrasive and hostile. This woman who made the video, she has one video on her page total. This is the only video she's ever posted. So then this would be a microcosm of how a lot of people feel. It's not just auditors who are abrasive and hostile towards pigs. It's regular people who are tired of seeing pulled over people on the side of the road, sitting on a curb with cops standing over the top of them. What makes you think you can stand over the top of me when the truth is you couldn't stand over the top of me if I was to fight back? But I don't want to fight back. I'm for law and order. I don't want you to stand over the top to me. I want to be treated like a free American, treated with respect and dignity. If you pull me over for whatever reason, I'm not sitting on the curb. I'm not getting out of my car, getting in your car. You're not the frickin' boss of me. If there's a code violation, cite me for it. But you don't get to control everything about my person. I'm going to sit on the curb, put my hands behind my back. No, pigs, no. So that WAPO article about how First Amendment auditors are making a difference, this woman is a citizen. She's not a First Amendment auditor. This is her first video. The citizens of this country are sick and tired of the pigs in this country. Whether I like it or not, that's just the simple fact.
What's the crime? Come on, Denali. Let's not impede the investigation. What a joke. What, you want to ID me? The fuck? So, I'm sorry, Sergeant, with all due respect.
With all due respect, don't respect them. Don't say with all due respect, disrespect these pigs.
Which is none.
Hold on, I'm trying to make sure this goes back on.
Hold on.
They turned off their body camera so they could powwow. And now he's turning his body camera back on. Body cameras should never go off and they should never be on your chest.
Okay. We'll do our best.
Just stand up. Now he can stand up with three of you standing over him with guns and sticks and tasers.
Come talk over here. Just come over here.
Don't say nothing. Don't say anything. You don't have to say nothing to that guy. Don't say anything. Please do not say a word. That's your right. Don't say a word. Fifth Amendment. Don't say a word.
She's so spot on.
Everything you say will be used against you. Don't say anything. Ma'am, relate to your spouse not to say a word. They will use everything they can against you.
So this is what I'm going to say is I don't care if you sit back here video you
I know you don't.
She can say anything she wants. You have the freedom of speech in this country.
Care because it's my right to.
Right. So what I'm going to ask you though is you're not going to go back and walk behind.
I didn't.
That you can go back
I didn't. Did I?
Now he's trying to control her movement. Is he afraid of the woman walking her dog with her camera?
I'm just asking.
I didn't do.
You can ask anything you want with your blue stripe on your badge, you pig.
That did I? Well, you ain't got to ask me because I already didn't do it.
I'm just making sure we're both clear.
But somebody else could.
Making sure we're both clear? No, you're trying to assert your dominance over her and you don't have it, bro.
Good, and he got away, right? But I can't. So you let other people, but you just don't let me.
No.
Why is that?
That person was also he's delivering food, and we.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I need to see what's going on over here. So you fingerprinting her? Does he have your permission to do that, ma'am? Don't do that, ma'am. You don't have to do that, ma'am. Don't do that, ma'am. I'm letting her know what she's her rights. I'm not interfering.
She's not interfering by telling the woman her rights not to talk.
There's no investigation.
You're not interfering by alerting people to their rights.
What crime? What's the crime? I haven't even been told what's the crime.
First of all, you don't need to know what the crime they're being.
Yes, I do. You're a public servant. I'm asking you. You serve the public, don't you? This is my.
No, they don't. They serve themselves and their $10,000 a month paycheck. That WAPO said we make $150,000 a month being an auditor. Where's that 150?
Community. I want to know what's going on in my community.
All I can tell you right now is that there's an investigation being done.
What's
the investigation? That they're stealing a car because it's going up on a trailer.
The crime.
I'm not going to tell you what crime they're being investigated.
Okay. All right, Mr. McDonald.
It's none of your business.
You shouldn't be there, bro.
It is my business. It's in my community. It's on my block. I can't even walk my dog down the street because of it. And it's none of my business? Are you serious right now? It's none of my business. I can't.
It's the citizens of this country who are outraged. Look how many people join this. Look, okay. So here's what I want to do. What I want to do is I want to empower this woman who did this. So here's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to right this second. I'm going to drop the link to the original video in the comments section. I'm going to put it right there. And then DLZ Clips, go on YouTube and drop this link in the comment section. Okay. Do me that favor. Drop this link in the comment section. Everybody, I just put her link in the comments. Go over there and subscribe to her channel and tell her that Delete Laws sent you over. I'm going to drop a comment on there. You're welcome to add to my comment or put your own comment. There's 220 comments. There should be 500 comments on this video. Thank you for your service. Team DLZ coming through. There that is right there. Because we could keep watching this video, but I want to empower her. So here's the video. Here's the video again. I liked it. I subscribed to Rachel Putney right there. Do you guys see that? Let me open the screen big so you guys can see what I'm looking at too. I want to empower her. I want to encourage her. So Rachel Putney, I'll drop her link in the comments again. If you have to leave the live real quick to go over and subscribe, go over and subscribe to her channel. Come right back. You know, Irvine PD, Walk of Shame, Rachel Putney. And then down here, I said, thank you for your service, Team DLZ coming through. Make sure you guys come in here and like some comments. Oh, wow. Thank you so much. You're welcome, Rachel. You're welcome, Rachel. So there she is again. I'm going to like a few of her comments. Let's encourage her to keep on being the badass freedom fighter that she is. I mean, oh, Team DLZ. There it is right there. Delete Laws Clips already dropped his comment. Delete Laws Clips put his comment right there. Can you guys see that? I absolutely love you. Great job for standing up for their rights. Always film the police. Great job. This is my favorite audit this week. I hope to see more videos from you. We're going to cover your video later on this week on our live. Boom. Exactly, DLZ Clips. So get over here and drop her some comments. Tell her Delete Laws sent you over. I used to pray for a different race to come and see why the police was violating me when I was younger. Good job, ma'am. Can just save lives by filming. So this is a black guy. He used to pray to be a different race. Wow, sad. Way to look out for your community. You are a lioness. What the F am I'm talking about? Appreciate your support more than you know. So she does appreciate comments. She appreciates it. She appreciates the support. So support her. Get over here and subscribe to her channel. I put the link in the chat. It's Rachel Putney. I'm going to copy the link and put it in the chat one more time. If you guys want to get over here and subscribe to her channel, drop her a comment. There it is right there. I just put it in the chat. There that is. Right on. Right on. Rachel Putney, I absolutely love you. You said everything that every citizen wants to say. So just so you know, either you say what Rachel Putney said or you become a bootlicker. Almost every bootlicker there is. Let's give a percentage. What do you guys think? How many? Let's take a guess here. Put it in the comment section. What percentage of bootlickers are actually terrified of the cops? What percentage? What percentage of bootlickers are actually just so afraid? Don't do me. Don't get me. I'll back the blue. I'll back the blue. Don't do it to me. Please, whatever you do, don't do it to me, cop. I back the blue. You see my blue line sticker on the back? I got the Police Benevolent Fund license plate. Don't do me, cop. What percentage of bootlickers are actually terrified of cops? And DLZ Clips, you can cut this into a short. I just want to know. Just tell me. I want to know. Right now, I got 99%, 69%, 50%. What percent, 110%? What percentage of bootlickers are actually deathly afraid of the cops and just don't want it to happen to them? You'll back the blue until it happens to you. If you're a bootlicker, can you just chime in? Are you secretly scared of cops? Can you just be honest? Are you secretly afraid, or are you hedging your bets? Are you backing the blue so it doesn't happen to you? Oh. Oh. Are you backing the blue so it doesn't happen to you? Put a 1 in the chat if you think they back the blue so it doesn't happen to you. Zoo, zoo, poo, too, you, foo, loo. They back the blue so it won't happen to them. They back the blue so that it won't happen to them. I mean, I've thought this for a really long time. Mark said 100% of them back the blue. So yeet, 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 yeet. There it is, Victor. Yeet, 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 yeet. There it is. They back the blue so that it won't happen to them. I mean, just be honest. I mean, say you're a bootlicker. Say you're down there licking the boot. You got that cop stick all the way up your backside. You got cop stick all over your face. Okay. So do you do it because you're scared? Because you're scared? Do you do it because you're scared of cops? Let's create a rhyme out of that. They back the blue so they don't. So the saying is you'll back the blue till it happens to you. They back the blue so they don't get the blue flu. I don't know. We could have a lot of fun with this. We could go back and forth with this all day. But I've been on here for 2 hours and 45 minutes. I better get the flock out of here. Listen, do me a favor, though. Go by my website, deletelaws.com with a Z, and get a trifold. If you can get the $9 one that you print at home, then you have the PDF on your computer. If you lose it or anything happens to it, you can go print it out again. Or you can get the $9 one, download it for $9, and then you can send that PDF off to all your friends and family. I don't mind at all. I give them away for free. So if you have one and someone wants one for free, give it to them. If you got the $9, give me your $9 because I need it. I'm a working man. You can get an indestructible trifold for $30 that we ship to you from Santa Monica, California. It comes on tear-resistant paper, stain-resistant paper, and it'll hold up in your car for years if you just take this much care of it. But go to my website, deletelaws.com, and get a trifold. Laminate a copy of your driver's license front and back, your insurance and registration card, put it on a laminated slip, and it goes inside your trifold above your visor. Use the touchdown position. Hand goes on the seat over here as you film. This hand goes up, grabs the trifold, your driver's license, registration, proof of insurance. Everything that you do with the cop, you show the camera first. Cop pulls you over, license, registration. I'm already like this. I'm already filming the copper. I already got the camera. Now, typically I would face it towards me so I can see what I'm filming. So you always want that camera on yourself. So if anything happens to you, we can see you get hit. We want to make sure that you're in the camera. So you film like this. You hold your hands up in the touchdown position. Then when copper pulls you over, reach up, grab your trifold, your laminated driver's license, proof of registration, insurance. Right there, cop says, hey, can I get your driver's license, registration, proof of insurance? You pull it down and you hand it to him. There it is. Now he has my license, registration, proof of insurance. He says, hey, where are you going? Perfect. Now you grab your trifold out the top. You point at the trifold where it says, I plead the Fifth Amendment. You show it to the cop and you say, I plead the Fifth Amendment, officer. Where you heading? Officer, I just showed you on the trifold, I plead the Fifth. Please don't ask me any more questions. If I violated a code, then give me a ticket. I want to leave. Thank you for your time. You know how fast you were going? Officer, you're now harassing me. I've invoked my Fifth Amendment right. I showed it to the camera. This footage is going to go to the judge when I sue you. Stop harassing me. I've already invoked my Fifth Amendment right. I have a right to counsel if you're going to question me. You don't see my lawyer here with me, do you? So get the flock out of here. Go have a ham sandwich. Go beat your wife. Go beat your 8-year-old kid. Get the flock away from my car. You're on camera. Everything's going to be on camera. Can you step out of the car? Sure, I'll step out of the car. I agree to no searches and seizures. I'm locking my car when I get out. Cop says, can I search your car? Sure, you can search my car. Go ahead. He starts to search it. I revoke consent. It's on my trifold, United States versus Williams. I revoke consent. There's not enough drug dogs to get there in time, or they violate Rodriguez versus United States 2015. You use that trifold like it's a piano that you're playing. It'll keep you safe from the piggies. Thanks, Launchpad. I appreciate you. You got to get used to this. You got to get used to mincing the words you use properly because they're trying to mince words with you to arrest you, steal your car, kidnap you, and put you in a frickin' dungeon. I wish that wasn't true. I wish this wasn't my business. I really wish that I had no trifold business where I didn't sell a trifold to make a living because so many people didn't have to worry about their rights being violated. But that's not the case. That's not the case. If you answer one question, where are you going? I'm going to my mom's house. Where are you coming from? You writing a book? You want to be my boyfriend? What are you talking about? Why are you asking me all these questions? We're not dating, bro. I'm straight. Sorry, homie. Don't ask me where I'm going. It says on the trifold, I do not agree to answer any questions. Don't ask me where I'm going. Don't ask me where I'm coming from. Use your trifold. Use it. I sell it for $9. You can download it. Then you have a copy you can give to all your friends. Or if you don't have $9, I'll give it to you for free. I'll give it to you for free. There's my grifting ways. I give away the product I sell for free. I'm a real grifter. Get my trifold. Get it in your car. If you don't have one, I'll give you one for free. If you can't afford $9, if you no problem. If you can afford the $30 one, get it. Put it in your car. It's badass. Keep it. Use your damn trifold. Team DLZ, and to all my friends, thank you guys so much for coming. Reprehensible Reptile, Chevy, Aaron Queen. You got the rubber band, Aaron Queen? Is that true? Aaron, you got a trifold with the rubber band? No way, dude. Aaron Queen got a trifold with the so by the way, when you get the $30 indestructible one, I send it. I don't have one. I don't have an actual replica, but it looks like this, but it's black. When I sell you the $30 indestructible one, I give you a nice thick. It's actually a broccoli wad. You know, the broccoli wad rubber band's a nice thick black rubber band. That's what Aaron Queen's talking about, because I really want you to put the trifold up on your visor, just like that. Put that around your visor, your trifold. How many people don't have their license, registration, proof of insurance? Do you know when Floyd Wallace was in Las Vegas, I made him go down. I didn't make him. I can't make him do anything. But I insisted he go down and get did you say a copy of DL in the trifold? Yes. Yes. So I do a photocopy of my driver's license. I do a laser copy of the front of my driver's license and the back of my driver's license, because I'm not going to put my actual driver's license in a plastic laminated fold. So what I do is I do a laser copy of the front and the back, and then I do a laser copy of my registration and proof of insurance, and then I put them on one long plastic card that kind of mimics the same size as my trifold. And then my registration, insurance, and proof of ID all goes in here. And then when the cop pulls me over, I use this touchdown position. That's why I give you guys the rubber band with your order. It's a small little thing, but I don't want you trying to find the right rubber band. I sell you a nice thick black broccoli wad rubber band that goes right inside of your, right there. What's wrong with having the necessary tools above your head, putting your hands above the steering wheel so you don't get shot? They're shooting people. I wish it was a joke. I really wish I didn't have a business. I wish my business was failing miserably because so many cops were doing it right. That's what I wish. It's just not the case. You got to have the trifold on you. And I don't care about your $9. I'll give it to you for free. Get it in your car. I appreciate it if you can buy it. Thanks. I don't care. Your $9 ain't going to make or break me, bud. Your $30 for the indestructible one doesn't make or break my day today. It just doesn't. But if you have my trifold in your car, it might make or break your day. It could save your life. Someone wrote me an email the other day, and I talked about this the other day, and they said, Chille, the guy started the back and forth with me, and right away I invoked my Fifth Amendment right. He said, where are you coming from? And I said, I don't answer any questions. It's on the trifold. He said, okay, and he went back and did his thing. That's what I want to hear. I want your testimonial. I want to hear from you that I used your trifold. I didn't answer any questions. I got a ticket, but I didn't have to have that. Where are you going? Where are you coming from? What's your favorite color? Can I search your car? Which what I do now, when I know this jackboot thug pig is going to search my car, on your trifold is the 2018 case of Williams versus United States. And as soon as they say, I want to search your car, I know that this jackboot thug pig is going to invoke the Carroll Doctrine, the exigent circumstances clause of the Carroll Doctrine, and say that he's searching my car because he believes I have contraband, or he believes there's a possible loss of life, a danger to someone's life. So I just got this feeling this cop's going to search my car. So I tell him, he goes, hey, can I search your car? And I go, sure, you can search my car. Step out for me. Sure. I start to get out. He starts to search my car. And I say, oh, officer, I revoke consent. I revoke consent. It's right here, 2018, United States versus Williams. It says right on my trifold right here that if I can give consent, I revoke consent. He says, oh, I'm going to call a drug dog out here to do a walk around your car. I said, oh, sorry, officer, 2018 case, Rodriguez versus 2015, Rodriguez versus United States says that you can't extend a traffic stop to search my car without a single articulable fact or reasonable articulable suspicion that I've somehow doing something where you need a drug dog out here. And if they can't do that, which they can't, oh, I'm going on a hunch, everything, remember, you're filming everything. Then you got that copper when you go to court. And anything that he gets from your car is fruit of the poisonous tree, the 1961 case of Matt versus Ohio. I really wish that I didn't have this business. But I do. But I do because so many people are cheated by the pigs. Because so many people are cheated by the pigs. OTVO. Everybody put it in the chat. OTVO. OTVO. Put it in the chat. Overturn Terry versus Ohio. All right, listen. I got to get the flock out of here. I got other stuff to do. Been on here for almost 3 hours. I hope you guys learned a lot. I hope we covered some good things. For any of those people who I mentioned earlier, the auditors, if you want to call me up and apologize for your atrocious behavior when I first came on YouTube, more than willing to accept your apology and patch up the differences we have in this so-called 1A community. But until you call me up and say you're ready to talk and be friends and say you're sorry for being a punk, I'm going to tell the truth to everybody. I'll never mislead people. I'll just tell them the truth. Sean Reyes, you're an ex-convict for armed robbery, but I'm a grifter. I've never robbed anybody. Never done that to anybody. So I'm just, you want to call me up and apologize, bro? More than willing to squash it, clear the air, and I'll be your friend. But as long as you continue to say dog shit about me, bro, I'll let people know that you said dog shit about me when I am the actual freedom fighter and you're an ex-con who couldn't get a job, so you picked up a camera. Facts. All right. Listen, I'm going to get the flock out of here. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. I really appreciate it. I'll see you guys on the next one. Later, Gators.